Mic check 1 2 1 2. Gotta make sure my levels is right. Welcome back to another episode of The Perspective. I am your host, Brooklyn 80s baby. I want to shout out all my supporters. Y'all been holding me down, so I appreciate you guys. Everybody that subscribe to me, I want to shout out to all my subscribers, even the people who watch and don't subscribe. You know what I mean? I want to shout out y'all too. You know what I mean? I want to shout out the haters. The haters motivate me. So I want to shout out y'all too. You get what I'm saying? I want to say thank you guys. Every time I ask for something, y'all respond. I ask y'all to hit the like button. Y'all respond. You know, each video I get more likes than I had before. I want to thank you guys for the super chats. I ain't there yet. The cash apps. Y'all hit my cash app. I appreciate you guys for that. I appreciate the people who holler at me in the comments. You know what I mean? Either whether you agree with me, disagree with me, you know, I appreciate all you guys. I want to say thank you for holler at me in the comments today. We're going to have a good show. I want to talk a little bit about the Liberty. I want to talk about what the Liberty can do to repeat. You know, I want to talk about what they need to do in free agency. I want to talk about, do you guys think they need to retool? You know, not obviously everybody, but, you know, get some new talent in there. Maybe, you know, I'm hearing rumblings about a Satu Sabali maybe want to play with her sister. Or do you think they just need to stay pat and just run it back with who they had before? Most importantly, though, I want to hear from Liberty fans. So if you're a Liberty fan, definitely hit me in the comments. If you catch this on a playback, if you catch this live, definitely feel free to pull up. I want to hear your opinions. This is your team I'm talking about. So you're the most important people that I want to speak to. So yeah, with that said, I'm gonna get right into the first topic. Do I think that the Liberty can repeat? Absolutely. You know, the Liberty, I know it was a lot of rumblings about how they won. Did they get help? My response to that is always no matter what championship game you talk about, there's always going to be questionable calls, right? There's always going to be questionable things that happen. So I feel like the Liberty earned they win. I know a lot of people, you know, want to use a controversy. You can't make everybody happy. You know, you're going to get some people that's going to find something to, and don't get it twisted. I watched the game. I'm not sitting here saying it was a perfect game. It was certain things that I didn't like and I questioned and all that too. We all know, I think as a collective, I think we can all agree that the WNBA refs, and it looked like just, you know, not just WNBA refs, maybe the refs that I don't want to say that women basketball could afford, but it just seemed like the refs outside of college don't seem like they have terrible refs to me. I could correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you think that they do. But so far in the WNBA and so far in Unrivaled, these refs seems terrible to me. I don't really understand. I don't understand these refs. I'm gonna just be honest with you. With that said, though, I do think the Liberty earned they win. Congratulations to the Liberty. I'm a New Yorker, if you can't tell. You know, I am Brooklyn 80s baby. I am from Brooklyn. You know, I grew up in Brooklyn. I live in Queens now, but I'm from Brooklyn through and through. But yeah, so shout out to the Liberty. I do think that they can repeat. And also the biggest challenge to the Liberty, I feel, obviously is gonna be themselves. They're gonna have to make sure they don't have a hangover. And then it depends on, I think the Aces is going to be back next year. Obviously, we still going through free agency and all that. Shout out to Key. I appreciate you, Key, being the first one here. Asking everybody hit the like button and subscribe. Please hit that like button. Please hit the like button, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy my personality, hit that like button and subscribe. But yeah, I feel like the Aces is gonna be obviously. You know what? I'm gonna talk about it. I didn't want to talk about this because I'm gonna do an Aces show too. But I'm gonna talk about this real quick. What's going on? Shout out to Lakeisha. Appreciate you. Shout out to Lisa. I'm gonna talk about this. I didn't want to talk about this just yet. I'll probably talk about it more in depth on the Aces show. But I was looking at Asia like a I was looking at Asia kind of like a big, which I mean kind of like a power forward because of all her skills. But you know, Asia is one of the best defenders in the league. So she probably would prefer to play the 5 so she could allow her to get those blocks and everything. And then also you got to play an Elizabeth Kitley that's coming back. I mean, no, we're going to say that for the Aces show because I'm getting too in depth. This is about the Liberty right now. I don't want to talk about that. But yeah, I feel like the Aces is going to retool. And I feel like they're going to be obviously a threat. I feel like this is the biggest one of the biggest rivalries in the WNBA is Aces Liberty. And then obviously I feel like Minnesota is gonna want revenge. I think they're coming back. I think they're looking for revenge like shit. We don't know what Connecticut we're gonna see. So I'm not sure if Connecticut is gonna be a contender. I have to see who the Liberty add to their team. That's gonna be it. We're gonna get into that, Brian, because that's a part of what I'm gonna talk about today is who they need, who they might add, who they gonna add, different things like that. But yeah, so I don't know if Connecticut is gonna be a contender next year. Donna Cox, I'm doing great. How you doing, Donna Cox? In fact, thank you for asking me that because that's something I try to do on every show. You know, I try to check in on people. So I hope everybody had a good day. Happy MLK Day to everybody. Shout out to MLK itself, Martin Luther King. We all know what he stands for. You know, peace, positivity, nonviolence, wanting to move the Black community forward. So shout out to Martin Luther King and shout out to everybody on this Martin Luther King Monday. I hope everybody had a good day. How was everybody's day? You can answer in the comments as well. Person here, Mikachu. What's going on, Mikachu?
Hey, what's up?
How do I say this? I feel like I'm killing it. How do I say it?
You had it right the first time. It's Mika.
It's Mikachu. Okay. What's going on? Are you a Liberty fan?
Of course.
Okay. So I'm happy you on the panel because this show is about you. And it's about hopefully other Liberty fans pull up. But Key, what's going on, Key? I don't know if Key can hear me. But yeah, so this show is about Liberty fans. So hopefully other Liberty fans will pull up. What's going on, Key?
What's up? How
both of y'all Mondays, Martin Luther King days, MLK Day is going. Hopefully y'all having a good day.
Absolutely, because the only thing going on today is Martin Luther King Day. We're not even acknowledging whatever shenanigans is going on in the world.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
On Martin Luther King Day. You know what I'm saying? So we keeping it real.
And we got good basketball coming up.
Huh?
And we got good basketball coming up.
On Golden State right now.
Yeah, that's all that's going on. Okay. I don't even see nothing else. I don't even see no inaugural nothing. That's not happening in my world right now.
So y'all just told me something I didn't know was going on. I didn't even know whatever you talking about. I didn't even know that was happening.
It's not happening though. So you're right. It's not happening. You're right.
Got you. But yeah, so I feel like the Liberty can repeat. Key and Mikachu, y'all can chime in on that if y'all want. Y'all want to chime in on that.
We want to go first, Mikachu, since you was there first.
And she a fan. I'm excited to hear from her. Lakeisha was going on. Jonathan Gonzalez was going on.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Brooklyn? Happy Martin Luther King Day to y'all.
Absolutely. Listen, everybody hit the like button.
Hey, everybody.
Don't just watch the kid. Everybody hit the like button. You feel me? Appreciate you. Get Mikachu.
Now I like to see if they can, but it's all if they stay healthy. You know what I mean? Because like I'm a Liberty fan, but when they was trash, I was an Aces fan as well. So
ain't nothing wrong with that.
The Aces, if they healthy, they have a fighter's chance. You never count a champion out, but
that's a fact.
I don't know. They lost some key pieces that helped them.
Actually, I'm gonna take that back because I didn't hear the team you said. You can't. I don't mind, right? I don't think there's anything wrong with having two teams or multiple teams, but you can't be two rival. You can't be a fan of both rival
Listen, I
teams.
didn't
Come
know it
on,
was going to
come
happen
on,
that
Mika.
way. Yo,
You can't do that.
I was hyped. I was in the building when they beat us at our home court, and I was tight.
Yo, you a New Yorker?
Of course.
Where you at?
Brooklyn.
Oh, facts. What part?
Canarsie.
Okay, cool. I'm from Brownsville and Bushwick. That's where
Okay.
I'm from.
We
You
named
going to some Liberty games this year?
Yeah, I'm a season Liberty.
I bet we might link up. I'm gonna try to go to some Liberty games this year, so we might link up. But
yeah. So like when they beat us on our home court and was talking smack, that's when I was like, nah, I can't rock with y'all now.
That's a fact. Listen, have you been in any Twitter spaces?
I try to stay out of Twitter.
Okay, no, the reason why I asked you is, so I don't know if you've been watching me. I don't know if this is your first time, pulling up. I'm a new WNBA fan, right?
Yeah.
And what I did was a few months ago, I started to get into the Twitter spaces a little bit, right? Because there's a huge WNBA fan base on Twitter. And I pulled up in the Liberty, Twitter space. So that's how I know the Liberty, because of what you just said, they do not, because I guess again, I watched that finals, but I wasn't really paying attention to finals between the not the one that just passed, but obviously the one with the Aces and the Liberty. I watched that finals, but I wasn't paying attention. Like I didn't know a lot. I was just watching, right? I was an Asia fan. I'm watching. But look, what I didn't know, and this is something you could speak to. What I didn't know was all of the shit talking apparently that the Aces did, because a lot of the Liberty fans feel some type of way about how they won it and the shit talking they was doing. Yep. So I didn't know. That was all news to me. Like I didn't know about that.
It's because at that time they had beef with the WNBA because they let one of their players go because she got pregnant after the season.
Gotcha.
And on top of that, he was like, oh, that's, the coach used to play for the Liberty, so I got respect for y'all. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, oh, the Liberty got a super team and they didn't even work hard enough, so that's why the Aces was hating on them. So when they came up and it was them two going at it, a lot of smack talking was happening. And it was smack talking on both sides, but the Aces went dirty with it on the home court.
That's what I heard. I heard it was. That's why when the Liberty,
like, what?
Yeah, this year when the Liberty won, a lot of those people in Twitter Spaces, the Liberty Twitter Spaces I was in, they was like, nah, we don't want to hear it because the way y'all treated us last year, like they was going in. And again, I didn't know, so I was I'm a New Yorker, so I'm always happy for New York teams that win. I'm gonna salute them. So I was just there to show support. I let them know I'm a Chicago Sky fan. I'm an Angel Reese guy, but I still respect I respect the championship. I was happy for them. I saluted them. But yeah, I learned a lot in that spaces. I didn't know everything. Sometimes you learn a little history. I didn't know everything that was going on.
Yeah. So the Aces was getting heat on both sides, but they was talking way too much smack. Talking about we repeating. What is you talking about? We going back to the finals and we winning it.
This just came to my mind. You can speak to this. I don't know if you noticed or not. I heard they stole Stewie shoes or some shit like that in the locker room. Somebody stole the shoes, and then was it Asia? I think somebody stole. Something happened with some shoes got stolen, and then they blamed somebody. I don't know if y'all know that story.
Nah, I didn't hear that.
Okay, see, that's just all stuff I heard in that Twitter. They was taking shit. They was they was like I think it was Stewie shoes or if I'm not mistaken,
that's why they left the Tams.
Hold on. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it was Asia shoes. Or was it Stewie shoes? I think it was Stewie shoes, and they called the police. Yeah, that's what happened. They called the police on the Aces. Something happened where they called the police. It was Sabrina shoes. Okay, it was Sabrina shoes, and they called the police on the Aces. And something like that. I don't know. Listen, I heard all these stories. I was just like, yo, this shit is crazy as a new fan. So, yeah.
I ain't hear that one.
Yeah, so it's deep. That's why I said you can't really be a fan of. But I know you said now you're not. You said before you was, but yeah, it's too deep between the Aces and Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
The rule for both. And the funny thing is, I'm a New Yorker and I love New York. Right? I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm not a Giants fan. The Liberty could make me a fan because I don't got nothing against them. But I fuck with Asia though. Like I'm an Asia Wilson guy. Like I love winners. I love champions. You know, I love what Asia Wilson means to the WNBA. So it's weird. It's like, can I be an Asia Wilson guy and a Liberty fan? I don't know how that works. You know what I mean?
It's like being a Knicks fan and rooting for the Bulls.
Yeah,
you know
I don't know how
Back
that. You know what's funny? I'm a New
Michael
Yorker
Jordan,
and I'm a Bulls guy.
You give
Fuck
him
that.
respect. That's about it.
I'm a Bulls guy. Not now, but obviously at that time, 1998, I definitely my name for see a lot of y'all know me as 80s. A lot of y'all know me as BK. Listen, I'm in different circles. People call me different things. I was just talking to my boy the other day. They call me old school back when I was in high school. So he still call me O. You know what I mean? I got friends that call me different things. My coworkers call me by my last name. Some of y'all Keisha know my last name. We family. But somebody just popped up here. Damn, slipped my mind. Just that quick. The point I was making. Oh, there you go. A lot of y'all don't know my name, so my actual name is Michael, right? And my birthday is November 23rd. So as a kid, you delusional. So as a kid, I'm thinking Michael Jordan is that's my superhero. You feel me? He got his number is 23. You know what I mean? And then he got the commercials out, wanna be like Mike. So I'm thinking that's my guy. So yeah, I ain't give a fuck. I was from New York. Michael Jordan was my superhero. You know what I mean? Still is to this day, but still, that's how I felt as a kid. That's why I loved him so much. He was a winner. You know what I mean? Had my name, my birthday, my birthday number on his jersey. So, that's a little backstory about me. But it's not about him right now. It's not about the Bulls. It's about the Liberty. Mikachu, I know I cut you off, so I apologize about that. You want to wrap up what you're saying, and I'm gonna get to everybody else on how they feel about the Liberty repeating in 2025.
Nah, like I said, it all depends on if they could stay healthy. It's possible. You know what I mean? I never count them out, but I don't know what the other team's gonna bring, so I can't really say it right now.
Facts. I respect that. I respect that's a realistic point of view. I like people that's realistic opposed to live in a fantasy world. So I respect what you're saying. I actually do think y'all have a good chance because when you look at the rosters, Liberty say like if they don't make no changes, they still got one of the best rosters in the WNBA.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? So I think I got a really good chance. And then obviously, any holes or anything that they need to work on, they could work on. I think we all can agree that Ionescu and Stewie need to show up next year, right? Because they left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths with how they finished the season. So I think both of them needs to play better next year. But a win is a win. I'm not the person to take anything from you. A win is a win. They won it. I think Jonquel Jones needs a lot more respect. People need to put a lot more respect on Jonquel Jones' name for her to be the MVP. You get what I'm saying? I see you, Key, but for her to be the finals MVP, I come from the NBA world, right? You don't win a championship and then don't have commercials and stuff like that. I understand that Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are the faces as far as popularity. We know Asia Wilson is the best player. We know that. But we know Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark as the most popular players in the WNBA. But still, if you want to, and this shows me how the WNBA is still dropping the ball, because if you want your league to grow, you have to market other players as well. You have to figure out how to market your two best players as far as popularity, not a skill. You got to figure out how to market them and then market other players around them as well to allow your league to grow, because people that's interested, they want to learn. They want to learn who these players is. You get what I'm saying? Key, Nate, Lakeisha, I ain't gonna call on y'all. Y'all could just jump in. Jonathan, who do y'all think? What do y'all think about the Liberty repeating in 2025?
Okay. You want to go in?
Don't matter to me. I just jump in.
Go, Key. I'll go after you.
All right. Well, no, you know what, Nate, I want you to go. You had came on yesterday. You was waiting so patiently, and then time went up, and you couldn't. So go ahead,
Yeah,
Nate.
it was it kind of went left real fast. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just try and get on earlier because
Yeah.
they
So go
got
ahead.
real
I'll go after
emotional real
you.
fast. Okay. Uh, I don't think they repeat unless they get Satu because how close the series was with Minnesota, and you just let Minnesota get, what I'm saying, more chemistry. I think they probably, they bring back even more talent, depending on who they get in the draft. Unless New York gets like Satu or something, they get a sniper,
Right.
which I heard they trying to. I mean, yeah, not Satu. They get Pow Pow. Unless they get Pow Pow or Satu, I don't see them repeating. I see them getting there, but I don't know if they repeat, especially depending on health. Sabrina had the issue with her hand. Brianna doesn't look like the same. What was?
I
Hello?
muted him. I don't know,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Niggas do this every day. Come on.
And then Brianna Stewart, I think a lot depends on her as well because she ain't been looking the same, especially those finals. If it weren't for John Quill, they wouldn't even got close to winning. And
Fact.
Sabrina hitting that shot, so uh, I don't know. I think a lot depends on Brianna Stewart
Right.
because Jonquel. I was surprised when they announced the Finals MVP. They said Jonquel Jones. He was shooting shots. She's like, "Oh, for real?" She's like, "Y'all, me? Oh, y'all gave it to a person that actually earned it. Oh, okay." So I was like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? Because Stewart was like, "Oh, for real? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool." You know, because Stewart was looking kind of shocked too. Like, "Are y'all not gonna give it to me?" Like, "Yeah, we're gonna give it to a person that actually dragged y'all here." So
Right.
I think it depends on a lot of different factors. I see them getting there, but like I think Mikachu said, it depends on health and also Courtney's gonna be gone. I think because she said she wants to go where she's valued. So I think she wants to start somewhere. She wants the ball in her hands. So I don't see her come back to New York because people's like, well, she want to stay in this championship situation. Do she, or do she want to probably also come to Indiana or Chicago because her mother died, so she wants to the home. She's probably not really thinking of money, or she is. I don't know, but I don't think Courtney comes back either. So it depends on what they do in
Yeah,
the
I think
off
we
season
know
at Brown Stewart.
Yeah, I feel
Courtney
you.
probably leaves. I think we know that.
Nah, don't say that. Don't say that.
Yeah, she
I'm a
Oh, she
probably
point
gone.
guard.
When they had her come
I'm
off
a
the
point
bench,
guard
when they
at
had her come
heart.
off the
I hope
bench,
she figures
it was
out
over.
whatever her back court drama is and makes that shit work because we definitely need her ass.
She got benched for Leonie Phoebus. She ain't coming back.
Cause
Yeah,
she
She
was
got benched
playing
for a
like
30-year-old
shit. Let's keep it
rookie.
a buck.
hold on,
I
y'all.
mean,
Go ahead, Key. Go ahead, Key. What you got?
Yeah, so for me, whoever the champs is the team to beat, right? Like obviously they're the champs for a reason. So as long as they don't make any major changes, stay healthy, like Mikachu said, they're the team to beat per se. But that was a what I like to call an ugly win. Almost all the games was for New York for real. So
That's a fact.
it's not like New York just like they won. It was they swept or they won the first two like fucking. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you go. I know. This ain't. Listen, on my big brother KSAP show, we don't curse. I do.
So okay.
We
So
curse over here. I'm just be honest with you.
so with the Lynx stole the first game on their court. You know what I'm saying? So the Lynx stole the first game on their court. Just all that type of stuff. The Lynx is one piece away from winning. If we win at a band, you know what I'm saying? So it's not this thing for me where it's like, oh, New York won and like they just overarchingly are the best team in the league. I can't say I feel that way for a lot of reasons. To be honest with you, the fact that Sabrina and Stewie disappear when the lights come on, and that's actually a theme for them. That's not just a last year thing. They do it in multiple arenas. So that's a thing that they're still working on and fighting through. So I don't know. Maybe they go see a therapist in the off season and get over the hump.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they clearly disappear when that time comes, and they're big parts of the team. So unless they do find people or people step up to push them over the edge when these other teams retool, then yeah, they got a battle. You know, I see the Lynx figuring out how to get that. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. If the Lynx had if Maisha Hines Allen was a little bit taller and actually had an offensive bag, I think this would have been a whole different story. They had no answer for JJ. Like, if they could have cut that head off the snake, like, it would have been. And Alana Smith just couldn't do it. She just couldn't do it. And I hate to say it, you need one of those players that's gonna get gritty. Like, and the only person was Courtney Williams at the and I'm even gonna do that to Nafisa too at the 4. But it was nothing they could do with John Quell. So if the Lynx find somebody to handle John Quell, or maybe like just 2 people to challenge it on and off, maybe if Dorka was even healthier and more, you know what I mean? This could have went either way. So that's my opinion. I'm not going to say they didn't earn it. I'm not going to say I feel they should have won it. I can't say either one of those things. But I don't know. I don't know if they repeat depending on a lot of things. But also a lot of the teams in the league are one movement away from ruining their team or bettering their team, if that makes sense, y'all. Like, the Aces could retool in a good way, or they could retool in a bad way, to be honest with y'all. Like, I know there's a lot to say about Kelsey Plum, but she's a part of the team chemistry, and she's a part of the team's bag. So her possibly leaving, that could send them in a different direction, you know, believe it or not. So that's one thing. I think the Lynx make a better move than a worse move. So with them, I think they'll retool in the right direction. And then we don't know who's going to be in that 4th spot, which is Connecticut's spot. Connecticut's going to be ass next year, obviously. If you ask me, unless, I don't know, y'all know something?
I hope so. We got their pick.
Yeah, so
That's
to me,
Dumb and Phoenix.
It's whoever's going to replace Connecticut now, too, y'all. Like, who's going to play up into that role, which would that be Indiana?
It could be Indiana.
Yeah.
I think Seattle is still going to be good, even without Drew Lloyd. So, you know, it's some.
Yeah.
I got a slight bit of confusion here for me. Yeah, quick question. When you say replace Connecticut,
hold on. Let me with Brody Mack. If Brody Mack is gonna go, you want to go, Lakeisha? You want to go before?
Yeah, let me go. So,
all right. Before you go, I just want to let everybody know, the viewers that's watching that don't know so far, we, you know, because this is a Liberty show, we have 2 Liberty fans on the panel that I know is Liberty fans. That's Brody Mack and that's Mikachu. Just to let the viewers know who's supporting their team. Go Lakeisha.
I think it's possible that the Liberty can repeat. The only thing that would make me pause is Stewie. I know people talked about Stewie and Sabrina when the lights came on. I think Sabrina probably was dealing with that thumb injury throughout the whole finals. It kind of messed with her shot a little bit and not giving her a pass.
Lakeisha, real quick, it wasn't through the whole finals. I just want to put that out there.
Okay, when did she hurt her thumb? Do anybody know?
Not till I think the last game or like the 5th game. It wasn't the whole final though. So go ahead.
Oh, okay. But I would say, to me, the piece that really has
that up.
Yeah. I don't know when she heard it.
I'm saying, but anybody that's curious, they can look it up.
Yeah. I don't know. But I would say the piece that matters the most, because you know, Sabrina is one of them players. When she on. When she off, she's off. The person that really is gonna matter for them, to me, is gonna be Stewie. Stewie should not be having these problems of disappearing when the lights come on. I don't know if she turning down at the end of her career. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on, but she's starting to get cooked by Nafisa.
Let me ask, if anybody know, not to cut you off, this going towards your point, Lakeisha. How old is Stewie? Because we always have. Okay, that's about to say, because we always have that comment. You know, I'm new to the WNBA. Mm-hmm. I know in the men's game, people normally decline around 33, 34-ish.
Right.
So I don't really know when is that time in the women's game, but we have that conversation a lot about players being over the hill. So I just wanted to know where she was.
And that's the thing about it, Brooke. I don't think she's over the hill, that's why I say I don't understand why when the lights come on, she tends to disappear. But I also think it's the matchup. The people that are at that position that's matching up with her.
That's a tough position.
It's coming in a little bit better than her, and she's struggling. And once she starts struggling with her shot, and then she gets frustrated, and she took herself out of the game.
Yeah, to me, that's the best position in WNBA.
Correct.
I had to look because now you made me curious about everybody's age, even though as long as I see you playing, because I mean LeBron is
that's Wnba Mac, by the way, people. You know what I mean, for the people that's watching.
Yeah, salute everybody. I got my little meter behind me. You see the little
red lines. Hey, Wnba Mac, I want to commend you today, brother, because this is the first time in a long time where your voice sounds amazing. Good. Pause.
You sound good, Wnba Mac.
You get what I'm saying? We normally come in here sound terrible, messing up the audio. So today, this is the Wnba Mac I want to see going forward.
Yeah, well, it's obvious you can see that. You know, I'm obviously like stationary somewhere in the house.
We can't
the
see.
graphic and all
that's
that
the
going.
Thing. We can't.
Well, no, you see, I got my graphics. So I'm in my house on my PC, my mic. Yeah, I used to be live streaming a lot more, but I'm more doing my little music creation, my little beat channel, and I still got my sports channel. I
do music, so I might hit you up on that beat. So we might talk. You know what I mean? That's
the last one I uploaded.
That's something people don't know about me. I really do music for real. That's my passion. So we might talk.
Yeah. I'm working on like a little boom bap-ish type sound, like a Sound of Police type beat right now. And I just uploaded another one. Somebody made me mad, so I made something with some real aggressive type balls. But anyway, not me rap. I just make the beats. But as I was about to say, since y'all did start mentioning ages, it made me real curious to go get into everybody's business. So I went and Googled to see who's how old on the team, right? Y'all people saying like, Stewie looked like she in decline, but Ben Nigel is a year older than her, and John Quayle is a year older than her, and I don't think nobody.
That's why I don't think she's over the hill. That's why I say that. I think the ladies that are coming in, are matching up with her, are coming in a little bit better than what she was. That's what I think is happening, and her shot struggles when she's getting frustrated because. You got to understand, younger players like Angel, they got a lot. They have a lot of energy, so she's having to deal with that. Also, with other people at her position getting better at her position. Nafisa,
I say this too.
Nafisa is better than her, in my opinion.
I think also too, we might be underestimating some of these players. How strong they might actually be, or like but along with also some of these players coming in more physical, but. This is about the Liberty. I won't make it about anybody else, but when I was watching Unrivaled the other day, and I just was observing like Angela on the court, I said she looked like she got a little bit bigger in the offseason, right? And I mean, already she was hella physical last season. I was like, I could kind of see probably why she's such a problem for players like Stewie and whatnot, that she guarded her position, who are finesse players, right? People who don't want too much contact, they finesse you up. Like I compared Stewie's game kind of like Dirk. She big, but she finesse. You know what I mean? Gotcha. Whereas Angel, she's probably a lot stronger than people give her credit for. She don't look like frail, but you can see it, all that strength in her lower body. She got hella big legs, no diddy. You know what I'm saying? Right. Legs are strong. You know what I mean? Her legs are strong, stout. I ain't trying to like sexualize the girl. That's all I'm saying. I ain't trying to
I was wondering where the no diddy. I got confused. I was like, wait a minute, we no diddy and women now? What are we doing?
Yeah, like I ain't
right. I was like, what's the point? I didn't get that. Yeah, I was lost.
Sexualizer. I got.
Yeah, I ain't trying to sexualize. Put the baby oil. I ain't trying to baby oil up.
You say you want to put baby oil on her?
No, he said he's not trying.
Oh snap! Now that's false.
But yeah,
go ahead,
she looks strong. So again, for maybe the physicality, some of the players that are good at getting up inside of her is starting to bother because she's finesse. She ain't going through nobody. Where it's probably is making her look less of herself. But she's still a great. That shot is still money. You know what I mean? If you could still pull up one dribble, pull up and hit on people, it is what it is. But she just, look, look how she run up and down the court, bro. She pigeon-toed in the mud.
Let's get back to the Liberty. I got a Chicago.
I'm talking about Brianna. I'm talking about
Brianna.
Okay, I'm about to say I got a Chicago Sky show coming. We can talk about that.
No, she is pigeon-toed. She coming up. She pigeon-toeing up the court. And that stuff is not gonna work when you got power players in the paint.
Yeah.
And the way she runs just looks so crazy to me, but it's just how she moves. But when she got the ball in her hand, she doing something nice. And so as far as like getting what we do in the off season can be, oh man, if they do find a way to get Satu, great. Or if Marine Johannes actually does come over and play, that's just as good to me. Y'all saw what Marine Johannes was doing in the Olympics.
I like her.
Yeah, she didn't score crazy clip, but it was obvious she was the primary scoring option for the French team, even though Gabby was putting up buckets. But every time they ran something, it was going through Marine Johannes, and she was letting it go. She's hella confident with her shot. She let it go.
Can I
Gordon Mack,
yeah,
do you really think Satu is gonna help y'all?
It would be a backup for Stewie or more athleticism at that position, and a little better of a defender.
Okay,
definitely would
not
help.
coming off the bench.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Then what do you? So you would say you playing somebody as a small forward?
Huh?
Yeah,
you would play as a forward, as a small forward.
Though.
I don't know if Sandy would. I don't know if Sandy would say, "Hey, let's put her at the 3," and they playing big like that because
then you got a lineup of 4, 6'4" and up players. Yeah.
Yeah, Beavish is 6'4", right? And you don't want to.
But Phoebe's really a guard though.
My bad, Woody man. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and I like that. I've heard people say that too, and I think it's how players play the game. It's amazing to me that they classify Phoebe as a guard at 6'4". And yeah, maybe that's the position she's always played, and she shows guard skills. You know what I'm saying? Plus, along the fact that she does shuffle her feet, move her feet good. I can see it work though. I can definitely see it work.
That's a lot. That's if she puts Phoebich at the 2, like Phoebich is 6'4", Satu is 6'4", yeah. Stewie is 6'3", like you know what I mean? Like that's a lot of size, I guess you could say. Phoebich is a little bit quicker on her feet and has a little bit more speed than the others. So I don't know. It doesn't.
Hey, real quick, I just want to deliver some breaking news.
It doesn't do right in my head real quick. Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead, Nate.
Thank you. So the qualifying offer period is now over. No Kennedy Carter. Also, no Monique Billings, Lee Ming, and Elena Deladon was not called.
Well, they can't call a letter because that'd have been twice. They can't do it back to back.
Yeah, they need to max that out.
Well, she never signed it. They could, of course, she never signed it. So they're gonna let her be an unrestricted free agent.
So
because remember that was the T-Books.
So they letting Kennedy Carter hit the market. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
More so, I think they know that they own her rights pretty much as a restricted free agent. So they probably just gonna try to lowball her. That's what I've been saying.
Not anymore.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No,
not anymore. After today, yeah, she's an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah.
Unrestricted.
Yeah.
Unrestricted, yeah. Because if she didn't get an offer,
that's great. I actually get salute for that young lady, man. Yeah, somebody gonna give her an offer. Come on now. Somebody gonna.
Sorry about that, Brooklyn. I want to go ahead and let everybody know.
No. Ain't nothing wrong with breaking. I'm cool with that. I just want to stay on topic because this is a Liberty show.
Yeah, we don't want to go off into that. It gets crazy.
Yeah. So speaking of the Liberty, you think Elena Deladon, since that's still at East Coast, signs with the Liberty? Now, if they get Elena Deladon, that's a repeat. I think Fever and New York Liberty in the finals.
We don't know how good Elena's going to be. We don't know how good Elena's going to be.
She's another one that's like 36 years old.
But I would do that, though.
35.
That's a low risk. That's a
low risk, though.
That's low. She ain't played in 2 years.
2.5.
1 year. 1 year.
Demand like $200K though. Like her salary not going down because she been out. She's still going to be.
Oh no, I don't think she worried about money. That's because that's why she sat out. She was like, "Oh, y'all gonna core me? Bet. How about I not play for you?" So they wasn't really to risk that again because I think the Washington Mystics, they want to rebuild. They want to try and get Juju or Hannah next couple of years. So they're like, "Hey, you going about your way? We want to try to core you anyway." So them not coring her or even offering one, I think was actually a good move. I was showing I don't think they're gonna do it again. So speaking of Liberty, at the Liberty, because I think she wanted to stay East because of her sister. So the Liberty, hey, we can just get Elena Deladon since they're not gonna core her, and so if they can do that, if she takes a pay cut, or Brianna takes a pay cut, because she don't need the money either, because they got off-court money. She signed a 1 year, 185, 190, less than the max. I think the least she can sign, I think, is 195. So they sign, you know, they gonna work around like, hey, I'm finna sign her. So if you could take, you know, well, they're gonna do Brianna's core. So I think they're gonna do her core. She's gonna get out the way. So she's been core. They want to get her core years out the way. So I think a lot of Don takes a pay cut and goes try to win.
I think
she probably signs with Liberty.
I think if New York does too much, they don't need to do too much to two-peat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something like too much. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You don't want to do like you don't want to do like the 04 Lakers.
Like too much to me, y'all. Like it does.
Yeah.
I think
really
but you see, there's a chemistry there.
Hold on, really quick.
Only
y'all can hear me? Hold on.
Oh, go ahead, Brooklyn.
I just want to say really quick, just so everybody know, because again, this is a Liberty show. We got a third Liberty fan that's on the panel. So Kev is also a Liberty fan, Mikachu and Wody Mac. I just want to just put that out for the public, for the people who don't know. But yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh,
WBB, what you were saying was the chemistry entry. Just like all I say shortly, her sister is there. So there's gonna be some type of camaraderie. Her sister is there and her former teammates. You know what I mean? In Sabrina and her sister. So I could see the being a camaraderie and like maybe a newfound 3-man game, new little second unit team, you know, the Sably sisters, Sably sisters and Sabrina. It could be a nice little second unit. And then you still got Ben-Nigel.
I think South's going to Indiana.
Hold on, I'm gonna pause this conversation here because we actually gonna come right back to it. Y'all just jump straight into the third topic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap up the first topic with everybody who didn't speak. So that's Jonathan, Mo3, and Kev on how do they feel about the Liberty repeating in 2025? And after they get through that, we're gonna go to topic 2 and then save all y'all thoughts right now y'all having, because we jumping right back into everything y'all saying right now on topic 3.
I'm going first.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Okay. Well, so before I go further, I just want to let people know in the chat. Please stop saying Kennedy Carter need to go to the Aces or Liberty, because now y'all just helping them get to the championship. It's time for someone else to shine. But as far as I know, y'all just need Satu Sably, and that's it. And y'all should be good enough to do a 3-peat. And WNBA draft, if y'all have a third round, second round, or third round pick, I will go for Michaela Timpson and or Amira Gordon, two women from Florida State.
Jonathan, save all, because look at topic 3. New York Biggers need a free agency, and then topic 4 is what they need to do with the 7th pick. So if that's what you feel like they need to get, that's where you answer that at when we get to topic 4. Right now, I just want to know about repeating. That's it. Just are you pro them repeating for whatever reasons you feel like, or do you not? You don't think they can repeat? It's really that simple. We're gonna move on because everything y'all saying we're gonna get into. That's why I'm not trying to stop y'all from speaking. I'm just trying to let y'all know y'all basically just talking about topics early, right? Like I want to keep it in order. So right now, just kind of focus on them repeating right now.
Repeating, God, y'all look like y'all can do another repeat. Honestly, don't want y'all to, but y'all look like y'all can repeat because y'all got a nice, y'all got the same nice squad. Brianna Stewart, you know, although she's playing like she's past her prime, you know, her time like it's running out, but I believe she still got some left in the tank to help y'all go far to the WNBA finals again. So as long as she stays healthy and she plays like she's still 25, and you know New York continues to play that offense and defense like they did last season, they're most likely going to go back to the finals. But I actually want to see a miracle and see another team go. Y'all seem like y'all got a bigger chance to 2-peat.
Got you. 03, Kev, what do you think about the New York Liberty repeating in 2025? What's your thoughts on that?
It's not
My
happening,
G.
bro.
First of all, what's going on, my G? How was your day today? That's my guy, y'all. We grew up together. How was your how's your day today, my guy? I'm talking to you.
Talking to me?
Nigga, who else do I know on the panel? This nigga
I don't know who you was. I don't know who you was talking to. Nah, they not repeating. I don't think so.
Okay, I asked you how was your day was though. You just totally ignored that.
My day. I was off today. You know what I'm saying? Watched the inauguration. You know,
got you.
MLK. Shout out to him. You know what I'm saying?
Got
So
you. Definitely shout out to MLK Day. So you feel like you said no on the what did you say? I didn't hear you. What's your thoughts and why you think that? It's a New York Liberty fan, by the way. What's your
I'm a casual fan.
Casual fan. Why you feel like they not gonna be able to repeat?
Well, we just lost I think we lost one of our key players to the what's that team? That new team was the Valkyrie.
Yeah, y'all lost Thornton.
Yeah, we lost that. You know what I'm saying? She was part of our squad, you know, moving forward. I mean, she had a great game, one great game in the finals. You know what I'm saying? She went off, and I think Bree looked like she's slowing down, man. I was watching one of them on rival games, man. She looked like she losing it. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of people were saying that.
Yeah, she just, I don't know, she fumbling the ball, she not making her little middies. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to look like, you know what I'm saying, it might be the end. Not quite, but you know, it's just starting to look like that.
Yeah, I got you. Mo3, what you got on this?
Yeah, man. I think it's like, wait, you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. It's like 50-50 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't care what nobody said, man. They wasn't even supposed to win last year. They got help to win. So even if they're not the better team, they could still win. It's like it's still up in the air. They could still win. But on the Stewie thing, I don't think Stewie's past her prime, but she is on a slight decline. It's just I've been following Stewie for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Especially since I'm a UConn fan. And I've been telling people this. I don't know if you remember, Brooklyn, but from way back in the beginning of the WNBA season, on KSAP channel, I was telling people about Stewie. And they were saying I was tripping. I was like, man, Stewie is overrated. And people were telling me, oh, I'm tripping and this and that. And she was MVP runner up and all. She was doing all this stuff. And I was like, all right, just watch. Watch. When the lights come on, she's gonna shrink. The only reason why people didn't really notice it as much before was because she was always on stacked teams. Even at UConn, a lot of people forget Nafisa Collier was also on that team. She was always in. She went to Seattle. She was always on stacked teams, and her teams were just always had that much more talent.
You saying that.
Than everybody else. So she had less. It's like Katie on the Warriors. It's less of a chance for you to for people to see you
your flaws.
Yeah, your flaws when you have all these other great players around you to cover them up. You know what
I will say this,
saying?
Moto, if you were to use Kevin Durant as an example, though, but it's apparent though Kevin Durant is still good no matter which team you put him on.
But on the Warriors, he was like unbelievable. Like it's nothing. Like what can you do? Like that's like a cheat code. Kevin Durant on the Warriors is like a cheat code because you can't double him. You can't try to exploit anything that's anything that's not a strength of his. You can't try to exploit anything off it. You're just gonna get cooked. And
so I just want to say in the relation to Breonna Stewart though, it's still she produced every level and every place she's been. Even though if you made they've been stacked, but she's still producing.
The difference with Breonna is her one of her major flaws is she folds under pressure. That's what I'm saying. But if her teams are always so much better than the other one, there's less pressure. When you come up against a team that's just as good as you, or not that much worse than you, it's now it's more pressure. There's more pressure to produce, and she be folding. She just, I don't know, she doesn't handle pressure very well. I don't know, is it because she's always been on stacked teams and she never really been in that position too many times? I don't know if that's what it is, but she be folding. And the same, that's what happened the year before when they played the Aces. She had a horrible finals too. People were saying, oh, she was washed down, blah blah blah. Same thing they saying now. The year came out, boom, she super balling, was in the MVP conversation for a long time. They were trying to say, oh man, Stewie. Then it come back to the finals again. She go up against Fee. Same thing.
She did the
Horrible
same
finals
thing
again.
she did the same thing in the gold medal game. Like Asia had to pull out all stops to get them over the hump. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Gabby hit that last two. God, thank God it wasn't a 3 on Breonna Stewart. And she pointed at the line.
And up until the last 2 or 3 games, she was the front runner for MVP in the Olympics.
Listen, great point, everybody. I want to ask one quick rapid fire question before we move on to topic 2. Who do you think is the biggest threat standing in the way of the liberty of repeating? Real quick, let's make this, everybody can give their answer, make it rapid fire, and we're gonna go to topic 2.
Lynx and Asia Wilson.
Facts.
Lynx.
All right, so I guess we all agree it's gonna be Lynx and Aces.
Yeah, I was gonna say in that order. More so the Lynx. Fee.
Lynx is the biggest threat.
Yeah.
It's Fee's time.
I said Lynx and
She
Asia.
that good. She that good. Look how she playing.
Mm-hmm.
You said what? I don't know offensively,
if that was
she's great defensively.
or Key. I'm not sure.
Nah, I said Lynx and Asia, not Lynx and Aces.
Got you. I was throwing the Aces in there, but okay. Feel like Lynx in Asia.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah, I would say the Lynx and could be the Aces depending on what they get for Kelsey.
Got you. All right, so we're gonna move on to topic number 2. Very simple topic. I think y'all probably already touched on it a little bit. But do you feel like the best course of action to repeat for the Liberty is a kind of stand pat, bring back as many players as they can? Obviously, they might no two teams is exactly the same, so they might get 1 or 2 new pieces. Or do you feel like they need to fix whatever weaknesses you feel like they may have had to repeat, right? A lot of y'all sound like some of y'all is not even confident in them repeating. So do you feel like they need to make, in order to defend their title, do you feel like they need to make changes to that lineup to defend their title, or do you feel like they should just keep what they got and just run it back and see if chemistry bring them through?
Actually, I think they'll be, because they kind of like need a perimeter defender, like kind of show up their bench. So can you imagine Sanaya Rivers in New York? I just thought about that. If they add, they tell like, hey, don't worry about your offense. Yeah, don't worry about the offense. Go out and defend that player. Make sure you lock her down. Try and stagnate their offense. Imagine that coming off the bench, in New York. So I think if they can add a perimeter defender, they'll be perfectly fine. They'll be right back in the finals.
So basically what you're saying is you basically think they should stand pat. They just need to add that defender. You don't feel like they need to make any major changes. Just stay pretty much keep what they have.
No, I think they're, because since it's New York, they have a good starting 5. I think they'll be fine. And you can they still got Markeisha Davis, right? That they drafted last year.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing her. They got Markeisha Davis and also I forget the girl name, but she played in Colorado. Fast guard, point guard, really fast.
And they still they get Maureen Johannes back, saying like, hey, you'll be starting this year at point. So because I don't think Courtney coming back. So you have Marine Johannes, the Wizard, come back, and you start her on the side of Sabrina. I think they'll try to get London Dawn. They don't need to, but you pushing Brittany Hamilton to the bench. So I don't think she's staying after her contract runs out, to be honest with you. But I think she want to continue to compete and win. So I think most likely staying pat and just add at the add at the edges.
Facts.
Yeah, I agree. I think they don't need to do. That's kind of what I was saying earlier when we kind of got into what we're gonna get into next. Like, I don't think you do anything too crazy for real. Like, you already have a recipe. If you run through film from last year, find your weaknesses, and that may be a backup for Stewie, a backup for Sabrina in case the lights get too bright for them. Because to be completely honest, had either one of them got off like they usually do, they might have swept. It's really that they cold, and John Quell had to carry the load, and John Quell kind of a crybaby too, so she's not really a load.
Damn.
And so she gonna have her moments where she like, damn, y'all really gonna make me do this? Like, you Stewie, you Sabrina, I'm supposed to be a third option. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they get. That's what I'm saying. If they,
You think that's how John Quell felt though? You think JJ accepts the third option?
Yeah, for sure.
As a former MVP.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think that's how
she should be second.
The way they was running those plays.
Should be second.
Yeah, I agree.
Second or third. The point is, she did not expect to have to be the MVP. You know what I mean? Like, she just was not.
Yeah.
That's why those players went there. I'm not gonna say they created a super team. I won't say that, but like, that's why they went there, because it's like all of us are fired. You know what I'm saying? At any moment, either one of us could go off. So she didn't expect McBuckets to cut off Sabrina Water. She didn't expect Nafisa to cut off, you know what I'm saying, Brianna Water, and she couldn't buy a bucket. And so she had to carry them. But either one of them go off.
I like that cutting off the water. I like.
Yeah, either one of them, they would have swept the Lynx though. Like, if either one of them would have got off, to be honest. So I think if you just find a backup for one of them, even maybe what Nate said, a better, perimeter defender or whatever to come off for Ben Nija. I'm even thinking, y'all, I would lean into Phoebich. I would just go crazy.
Phoebich is definitely
like lean into her offensively.
Swiss Army knife.
Yes. And then because at every right moment, she hit a three. And it was crazy. Like it was just and
you saw her growth. Not to cut you off, I remember seeing Phoebich early in the season try to be that player, and she just wasn't physical enough. She wasn't that player. And then I remember seeing her get a little bit of toughness to her towards the end of the season. So.
Oh, yeah. She started to realize, like, okay, I'm not overseas no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the WNBA, and it gets very physical, and they not making all the calls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just have to live with it. Once she got used to the physicality, though, and they ran plays specifically for her to get a bucket, I remember one of the threes, she looked at Sabrina. Sabrina's like, shoot that shit. Yeah. And she shot it and hit the three. Like, so if they give her the green light, like, yo, you got it. When you on the floor, shoot it. I don't care. I think she goes crazy. Like,
yo, listen, I want to cause a little bit of confusion real quick. We got 3 Liberty fans on the panel. Don't get bullied. Don't let, because these other people opinionated. All right, don't get bullied, Mikachu, Kevin, and Wody Matt.
I'm letting y'all get y'all. Yeah,
I mean,
y'all
this y'all team. I want to hear some Liberty pride now, because they done the way they talk about y'all. Even Kevin helped. Kevin came in like, yo, we not winning again.
Stewie, but the only thing Stewie weakness is that she needs a true point guard. Because if you let her go off, she gonna do stupid ish. Like, let's be serious. Stewie can shoot, but she needed Sue Bird to slow her down. Drew Lloyd to be like, nah, you ain't getting this ball right now. You playing stupid. Right. So that was the difference. So that's why I feel that the Liberty need a true point guard to come back, and I hope Courtney figures out whatever her drama is, because I thought she was the next one up, like the point guard.
So that's
and with the Aces, I thought she was the best, because as far as I'm concerned, the way she played in Chicago's finals against the Aces, that was the Courtney I was feeling. She playing.
Listen, You make an
spots
interesting
right
point.
now.
Let me ask you a question. You make an interesting point. So you're basically saying you prefer Sabrina at the 2. You don't see her as your one, or at least not a full-time one.
Nah.
I'm with Mikachu. She an off-ball play. Like, she should not be ball dominant. She's an off-ball player. And then I'm with you, Mikachu. Let me not take over. Yeah, I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so like I was checking out the Liberty's plays. Like, I like Jalen Sherrod, the point guard from Colorado.
That's who I was trying to say. Jalen Sherrod. She's a really good guard too that the Liberty has. She doesn't have a lot of opportunity last year because it's a deep team.
Y'all don't feel like that about Dogic? Dogic is playing decent overseas though.
Yeah, I don't know
you're talking about for the guard position. She's buried on the bench. Ivana Dokic. We got on the team. She's like 5'11", 6 foot.
Okay, listen.
She barely touched the court.
If this is your team, educate me. I'm listening. Educate me. This is your team. Educate me.
She's another good point guard, but they need somebody sound that could, like when basically shit hit the fan, you got a level head on the court, because that's definitely not Stewie. Because if you let her run it, she just goes jack up shots. That's it. I'm like, yo, Stewie, what is you doing? Run the floor. But she's not a point guard. She don't have a level head. She just knows my shot is going to drop because I'm a shooter.
Right.
Know what I mean? And Sabrina, I love her shots, but she not a point guard. She got exposed in Team USA. She's not a 1. She's more of a 2.
She's more of a 2. I respect that.
She can make some decent passes. I do.
Definitely.
So you're gonna kill me. I just did it. This is a side topic. Me and Kev, just shout out to Kev. He got a podcast called YTC Podcast 24. Everybody go subscribe to Kev. Me and Kev just did a show on the top 5 NBA and WNBA players at each position, and I got Sabrina as a point guard. So y'all probably gonna be mad at my list. She
technically would be by most people's, classification. Yeah. And I'm not mad at it. But
I could see her playing 2. She could play both positions though. She could play the one.
Absolutely. I would say I
put her as a point guard on my list.
Her playing style, and I'm trying to think which would be a good comp. She's not an amazing ball handler, but she's competent in handling the rock, right? And she's usually looking to come off some type of screen, but the screen is clean and she got a look. She pulls up off that
amazing
screen. It's a good shot. Yeah, I was thinking. I wouldn't even want to say like Jalen Brunson, because he's the primary offense.
Guess what I'm thinking.
But he don't need to. Yeah, but he don't need a screen to get into
I don't
his
got
bag.
him.
He'll create. He don't need a screen to get into his bag.
Guess who's her perfect NBA comp?
Who?
And she kind of do have bigs like this. They would just have to play like this. But Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. Yeah.
He's a point guard, but he's not really he's more of a just undersized 2, really. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when he played what he doing that Nuggets team, he's a scorer. So Joker's the point guard, really. And he comes off a Joker and he's the guy that's supposed to score and knock down them shots. So if they play like that, that'd be a perfect play style for Sabrina, but they just don't play like that.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure really trying to go hard with to think of somebody who's a limited ball handler. It's not crazy creative with the ball handling, but it's solid. You're not just gonna abuse them when they can't handling the rock. They're not
Jamal Murray.
Not looking. Yeah, they're not looking to always pass. They're looking to get their shot, but they playing the 1 type of people.
Yeah.
But Jamal Murray, I think that's a good comp.
It's not gonna happen, man. When it comes to New York, we don't win twice in a row. We win.
What?
Kev, you already answered that. That's the last.
Jesus. What is you talking about?
But Kev, that's the last topic. The topic now is: do they stay together or do they make changes?
No, bro. It's just like that with every team we got. Okay.
You jaded, boy.
Yo.
You got bad so long. You jaded, bro.
27 years without winning a chip. So don't even bring that into this. They have a possibility to repeat if they're healthy. But you don't know what the Aces or the Lynx gonna bring.
That's a fact.
So that's why you gotta wait it out to the mid-season.
Man, just us winning that.
And now they increased it to 7 games, so anything's possible.
That's cool.
And like
Like
I'm
my man
saying, the
KP
fact that they
said.
won, the fact that they won is crazy.
That was an ugly ass win, but I'm just saying,
Yeah,
a win
yeah.
is a win.
Y'all
A win is a
finish?
win. I'll take.
Y'all finish?
Go ahead, big brother. Go ahead, big brother.
All right. No, I'm just making sure if y'all finish.
Yeah, the floor is yours, my G. The
Oh,
floor is yours, my G.
I'm from New York. I breathe and smell New York. We don't do good after repeats. History shows it with all the other teams that won.
But you
Giants.
gotta realize, Kev, hold on, not to cut you off. This the girls. They might be tougher than the dudes.
I don't care.
They might be tougher. These niggas can't win.
Nah, they eating street meat, okay? They going on the side and getting that halal food and all that with the white sauce and the red sauce. So that's what they doing. We're not winning again, bro. I don't have confidence. That's just the New York way.
Wow.
One of the most famous city.
Yo, record this and save this, because if they repeat, I want to bring this
we
back.
come back. We'll
On
come back.
inauguration day, they hard to remember. On
listen,
inauguration day,
MLK. Nah, this MLK day. Let's be clear. Martin Luther King.
Yeah, Wody Mac.
MLK day. Pardon me.
If they repeat, then you could bring it back, and then I'll personally tell y'all that's my fault. But what I'm telling you with this New York stuff, nah.
But listen, now that you got that off your chest, my brother, do me a favor. Can you chime in on topic 2? Because you just your PTSD kicked in, you know what I mean? And you went back to topic 1. Can you chime in on topic 2, my brother?
I can't even see topic 2.
Do you think the team should stay the same and run it back, or do you think they need to make changes to repeat?
I think we need a better bench. I don't like the way how the bench. I never liked the bench.
They had a solid bench last year, though, bro.
Yeah, they had a solid bench, but I think we need a better bench. Now that we lost thought into the value, I mean, we need a better.
What type of play? Put it to you like this: what type of player would make you confident in that bench? What type? Not actual player, but type of player. What type?
You need a scoring machine off that bench.
Okay, you need
somebody who could just.
You want somebody like if this was the NBA, you need the Lou Williams type of Jamal Crawford type of player. Is what you saying?
I need a 6 woman to come off that bench and just be a spark plug.
Who's that player? Help him out. Listen, my brother Kev for the panel is a casual WNBA fan. Who would be a Lou Williams or Jamal Crawford or J.R. Smith or Manu Ginobili? That type
that's
of
available.
Man.
That's available.
Yeah. Who would be that person that don't mind coming off the bench or being a 6th person for the Liberty? Who would that be in the WNBA?
Now that they're saying Kennedy is available,
okay.
I wasn't big. I wasn't big on it, but now I can, because like this is just me speculative talk. But going to a team like that with Leonie Fibich ahead of you, you can't argue, throw a tizzy, throw a fit like I should be on the court. Yes, you can be like, yeah, I'm good enough to be, but like, can you say you definitively better than the people that's ahead of you? Fibich. Are you definitively better than Stewie? No. Can you play?
Listen,
well, are we going to push Phoebus to the 3 and then now you have you on the court at the 2?
Hold your thought, Woody, man, because I want you to finish. I'm going to add to what you're saying. What makes your point make sense, Woody Mac, is the Teaspoon piece, right? Because Teaspoon saved her career, right? Teaspoon brought her back, gave her another opportunity with Chicago, right? Teaspoon, if she has a conversation with Teaspoon, might say, yeah, go ahead and go to New York, right? Take that role and again, remember, this is all 1 year. Next year is 1 year contracts. Go win yourself a championship, right? And don't be a problem in the locker room. Be the best teammate you could be. Come off the bench, play your role, and win yourself a championship. And that might be the best thing for Kennedy Carter. And so that's a good. I didn't think about that. That's actually a good.
This is the perfect situation.
Again, I want you to
how
finish.
Could you be a problem?
And respectfully, I'm gonna disagree with what you're saying, because even when you take a look at the Manu Ginobili's, the J.R. Smiths, the Jamal Crawford, the Lou Williams, they was better than some of the people that was starting for them. But they that team needed that role, right? They was the best player to play that role. So in Kennedy Carter's aspect, I think she will be better than a lot of people that's starting over her if she go to the Liberty. But none of them could play that role like she can in that 6-woman role, come off the bench, instant offense, get you a quick 20, 30, you know what I mean? None of them could do that like she can. So even though she might be better than certain people starting over her, that's actually not a bad idea to win yourself a championship if that's how it results in the end.
And I'll put it like this too, like not even knowing like who's gonna be our guaranteed starting point guard, who's our guaranteed starting 2, right? But let's just say, for the sake of argument, another week, but we still got Kennedy Burke, right? We lost Thornton, but we still got Kennedy Burke as right now, right? I don't see Kennedy Burke sliding into the starting rotation, but for all intents and purposes, right? Betnaja still there, and more than likely could be a starter, right? Unless they want to do something with the rotation, make it come off the bench. Far as defensively, and Betnaja is a tough nose defender and a competent scorer, right? Kennedy would be offensively a better option than Betnaja, but then she's not as good as a defender as Betnaja is all across the board. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like, what do you want to do in that position? Like that might be your only person in your argument, like who's potentially be in the starting lineup. They're like, I could be on the court over because I score better, but yeah, she plays better defense than you, and she bigger than you. You know what I mean? So
I agree with that. Anybody else?
I like Sammy Wickham and Erica Wheeler. Those are the point guards in free agency pool that I feel if they come. Well, Sammy Wickham can come back to the Liberty. She's an Australian that plays snot-nosed defense, and she can shoot the 3.
Okay.
So that's a definite. She could come back.
I just want to ask a question too to you.
Hold on. Let her finish. Get your
sorry.
point out.
And Erica Wheeler, she plays defense because she knows how to. She came into the WNBA not drafted, so she knows how to,
work hard.
I was gonna say get in them drawers, but get all up in there and play some defense.
Getting them drawers is hilarious.
I'm a 90s baby, so my references is a little bit weird, but that's what I'm talking about. Like she knows how to play defense.
Yeah.
So those two, I'm feeling.
Yeah, and she a vet. That'd be a good vet too.
Yeah. I just hate that they went so small, but I understand everybody ain't 6 foot. But I was actually going to ask Mikachu, do you watch international basketball or overseas basketball?
I could barely get to watch NCAA women's.
Yeah, Sammy Whitcomb is right now, and I've been watching the NBL, the Australian league they got over there because I did a video on Nadia Pooch, and Charlie Collier happens to be over there playing, as well as Jade Melbourne and the girl off the bench for for Atlanta. Damn, what's this girl name? Letitia Amir, right? A couple of them players over, and I think Kayla Thornton was in that league too. So I think that's the league Kayla Thornton was in too, playing over there, right? But Sammy Whitcomb is over there. That's why I brought it up. There was Sammy Whitcomb. One of the games I watched, Sammy Whitcomb was playing. She did all right. You know what I mean? Solid. It's just they saying the guard. What gave me pause though is when you said Erica Wheeler. Like I understand everybody ain't gonna be a tall guard. It's already bad enough that Kennedy is hella athletic though to be 5'9", right? But I'm on the wave like
small, right? How tall is Erica Wheeler? She's not that small.
5'8".
Yeah, that's not bad. That's average guard height in WNBA.
Yeah,
don't let these people
talk about putting her on the court.
Listen, don't let these people start to fool you with the 6 foot thing. Yes, guards are getting bigger, and yes, if you could get a 6 foot guard, great. But the average guard size, see, anything smaller than 5'8" as a guard, you start to get small. So 5'6", 5'7" is a small guards. 5'8" is an average guard in the WNBA, and then you start to get taller. 5'9", 5'10", 5'11" is where you want your point guard, shooting guards to be. Once you get around 6 foot, you got some 6 foot point guards, but once you get 6 foot to like 6'2", that's usually small forward height. So 5'8" is not a bad height for a guard.
I'm feeling like 5'10" and up. And why I say that though is because like if you ever were to get in a position where you got those smaller guards on you, I kind of like picking on that matchup, right? Because if I see somebody, if like Dana Evans is guarding Phoebus, Give Fevers the ball every
But
possession.
Dana Evans is 5'6". That's an actual small guard, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You take a look at, let's just say, I'm just giving an example. Let's just say like an Odyssey Sims, right?
Give
or
Fevers the ball every time.
No, but what I'm saying is they're not that, they're 5'8". So yeah, still give Fevers just 6'4". So of course, a 6, she's gonna, you could be
over the
5'11", you could be 5'11", you could be, but still, what I'm saying is those guards are they not really small guards. That's average height in the WNBA.
What makes up for like those when you use like Enrique, you see how stout Enrique is built and how stout not like even though they may be on a smaller end, they built wide. Like, all right, you're not going through me, so you better be going over the top of me. And if you ain't shooting like KD over through the defense, like we'll live with that. You know what I mean? And everybody jumper ain't like that. Where you just I'm gonna rise up in your face, your hand is down type of shot. You know what I mean?
Facts.
But if you're Dana Heaven's height, I might go through you too.
Facts. I think the only people who ain't chime in is Nate and Mo3. If I'm not mistaken, I got something on this topic before we move on. Should the Liberty stand pat or make changes?
They do need to sign someone because they lost Thornton.
Yeah.
And Thornton I don't know why people didn't like their bench. Their bench was pretty OD.
Hold on, not to cut you off, Mo3. I just want to be clear in what I'm asking, right? When I say make changes, I mean a significant change, right? Even if you stand pat and you make a change here and there, that's still standing pat because ain't no two teams gonna be exactly the same. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm just so y'all understand the difference between standing pat and making changes. Making changes mean you need to make a significant change so that y'all can win. Like for instance, I don't know if this is for people who is gonna, people gonna know a little bit of history about the game. The Houston Rockets won a championship with a certain lineup, and then the next year they repeated. The next year they went and got Clyde Drexler, who's their number 2 scorer, right next to Kareem. That's a significant change, right? You went and got a number 2 guy, right? That team probably made other changes too for the bench. They might have went and got a bench. I just wanted to explain that so that's understood.
Yeah, that's a good point. But just to correct you, they went and got Drexler after the first one.
That's what I said. I said they won a championship and then they went and got Drexler to repeat.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, that's a Drexler. No. What I'm saying is Drexler was a significant change for 2. You get what I'm saying? He wasn't a minor change. That's making changes. That's what I'm saying.
They don't need a significant change because I like their bench. I don't know what people talking about. They had a stacked bench. The only thing they need to do is just fill that piece that they lost. And I think they're good because, to be real, the bench is the one that really won the chip for them. Them starters was butt cheeks.
That's a fact.
Like Thornton basically won a game for them. Sabley won a game for them, and I say a combination of I'm gonna give it to her. I say Jockwell won that game. I'll give it to
too, and Jonquel, yeah, definitely.
I was gonna give both of them, but I think Jockwell
if I'm not mistaken, didn't Benaje step up in one of those games too?
Yeah,
I think she did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She had like 20 something points.
I think one of those games she stepped up.
Yeah. So I don't know. Their bench. If it wasn't for their bench, they probably would have got swept. So I like their bench. It's just I just don't like their two superstars, man. Their 2 superstars be folding.
Yeah. Got you. So you on the side of standing pat. Nate, you still with us?
Yeah.
I think everybody kind of agreed they need to stand pat. I don't think nobody really said they need
I'm serious.
What you got on this, Nate, before we move on to topic 3? And then y'all could get into y'all whole talks, y'all, because y'all was going off on topic 3.
Did we jump top? What was it? Is they standing pat? Is that what?
Yeah, we standing pat or making changes to repeat. Like, what's the best way for them to repeat?
And from what I'm seeing on Twitter, they're gonna be trying to make a big swing. So it looked like they're not standing pat, man. That's what I was doing. I was looking at all the WNBA rumors.
And you feel like that's their best course.
Yeah.
That's what you should do to repeat.
No, I don't think that's their best course. I think their best course is just like add a defender and a shooter. And you can literally do that in the draft because they got the first in 2 seconds, right? Or they got a first and a second.
Yeah, I would have to look it up. I know they definitely got the 7th pick. I don't know what they got after that.
I think after you can get that in the draft because you can get Sanaya Rivers or Tahina Paopao. Either way, I think you'll be good. And have them come off the bench. You still got Marquisha.
Do you think? And this is getting a little bit in topic 3 or 4. But do you think it's smart for a veteran team like that to bring in rookies? Kind of going off of what Key's trajectory point that she likes to make. I feel like if you got a young team in your building, it's cool to build through the draft. But if you got a veteran team that's ready to win, I don't know building through the draft is the best course of action. Or not necessarily building, they won't be building. What I'm saying is that's what we're gonna get into that later, but I don't think adding a player to play significant minutes out of the draft is smart for a team that's ready to win a championship. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I think you're right. And also at the same time, you can still do it depending on that player as well. Like if you think that player is like Sanaya Rivers actually fit perfectly. Like you have Sanaya, hey, go out there and defend. That's it.
But look, I agree.
And, you got an open shot. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say what you saying, but different name. I know Key, and I want this as well. I think a lot of Chicago fans would love to have a Dejanay Carrington, but imagine if a Dejanay goes to a team like the Liberty. You feel me? Instead of having a player out the draft, you got a veteran now that play that same.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah.
I'm saying what you saying.
Yeah, well, a veteran that know what they're doing. Yeah.
There you go. I don't know.
Yeah. So year 1 compared to like year 5. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got a point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got a point. So do you think they trading that pick then? Because they can literally do that if they want Dejanay. They can tell Connecticut.
My point. That's why you look at the way I wrote it. What should they do? Should they use it? So yeah, that's definitely what I think they should do. But we'll see. Or we'll get to that point. But all right, so we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the free agency. In topic 3. This kind of goes to what you was just saying, Nate, right? Because somebody like I'm only using Dejanay because she's the most popular name to do what we do, but it don't got to be a Dejanay. It could be anybody who you feel like. I think Tiffany Mitchell is there. It could be a Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard's in the draft. In the free agency. So imagine if
she's forward. Okay, yeah. So what? Player, she's 6'4". She a guard? She go forward?
You breaking up, Nate. I don't know what's going on with your mic, but I think I understand what you was asking. I think you was asking how tall is Natasha Howard? So Natasha Howard is about 6'2", 6'3", and she plays the forward position.
You hear me now?
We can hear you now. She could play the 3 or the 4, and she's a defender. She's a solid. She's a 3-and-D type of player at 6'2", 6'3".
Asking what's Leon Kubich's position, because she's like 6'4". Does she play guard or?
So that's another one.
She's like a power forward / center. You talk about Natasha Howard?
No, she's talking about
Leonie Fiebich.
Fiebich. Yeah, Fiebich is more. She's tall for a 2. That's the position.
She's a guard forward.
But she's supposed to be like a small forward or something like that.
She could play. So the rule of thumb, and again, this is me coming from the NBA game, but it's basketball is basketball, so it's the same. Your position is who you could guard, no matter what your height is. Obviously, your height will dictate where you can play on the floor. But if you a tall player and you could guard a 3, you could play the 3. It's really about who you can guard. It starts defensively first, and then obviously you want your offensive skills to be able to match that position too. But the most important thing is, can you guard? So with Fiebich could guard a 2, she could guard a 3, and she could guard a 4. So she really, like I said, she's a guard forward. She could play either or, because you could put her out there to guard that, and she has the ability, like on the offensive end, to to fit in that role as well. So the same thing with Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard is more of a 3-4, right? And again, she has the ability to guard a 3. She has the ability to guard a 4. And she has the skills offensively to play that position as well.
Oh, okay. So actually, New York can be super dangerous because they had to trade that 7th pick. Like tell Connecticut, hey, we're gonna offer her a contract, and if you did not try to match it, we'll give you the 7th pick. They going. That's another champ title right there because you got your guard defender. You put Sab at the 1. She's not really a 1, but I mean, you got Dejanay on the side of you, Phoenix, Brianna, and Jacquel. I mean, you good to go.
Yeah.
That's pretty nasty right there. That's nasty.
Yeah.
So you feel like they biggest need, again, like you said, is a perimeter defender that could guard okay.
Multiple defenses. Yeah, multiple positions. Yeah.
Okay.
Because they got shooters. I mean, so because you can get shooting. So Sabrina's a shooter, Phoebe's a shooter. I mean, you get I say, still feel around the edges and get, because they still, how much they got in free agency? They got a lot or no? Because they still got signed Brianna.
Something that said they got cash space for Satu, but I don't know. I didn't really look.
I don't think so.
How much they have?
Because they core
on top of
Brianna,
that,
so you
they
can
gotta
only
have to
have.
trade something for that. They got to trade something for that.
You're right, because you can only have one core player on the team, and Brianna and Satu in the core.
And that's why I'm like, I'm not feeling the Satu, because I feel like they're gonna have to give up stuff to get Satu, and it's like your team is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, they would. Like they talking about like the most sensible trade would be for Marine Johannes. And the only thing that's crazy to me, like I said again, is she would actually have to come over. I don't see no reason why she wouldn't. And they've been waiting for this for a minute, but I like
her
keeping
game
Marine
nice,
and using her too.
But my thing against Satu, and then shout out to Showtime, because he used this argument against the Fever, and I agree with him there. I feel the same thing applies to the Liberty. There's only one ball, so I don't know. Like, somebody will have to take it. If Satu comes, she's starting number 1, and number 2, somebody's gonna take a step back. Who's that gonna be? Y'all already got a big 3. See, that's why these people that's why I said some people will live in a fantasy world and some people live in reality. It's like, okay, you get Satu. Remember, Jonquel Jones is a former MVP. Sabrina is a former MVP, and now you got Ionescu coming into her own. So now you go get Sabali, who's another great player in the league. Which one of all 4 of those players can't get off at the same time? So which one of those players decide to take a step back for the team? So I don't know if Satu fits.
I mean, we've seen it work in basketball, and it's just basically who can be unselfish and for not to hold you. Even though Satu is a great player, what they're looking that she can add is in situations where they needed to step up and make a play, she can, because she's not scared to shoot it, and her defense will help. Plus, along the fact that she's 6'4" and this talented, right? But I mean, we've seen it work in other situations.
I don't think so.
It's just like whoever has we pick on matchups.
Because
as long as you're not playing defense like Nalissa Smith, then hey, you can always fit on the court.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Man, we can play better defense.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't think it works. Right? If you take a look at the Detroit Pistons, they had, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they had 4 All-Stars at one point, right? But all those All-Stars wasn't offensive players. I don't know if we ever seen 4 players that have the capability to average 20 all on the same court, right? Because all of them is not gonna tool.
But just for clarity, you're referring to Wnba,
and that didn't work.
I'm thinking,
Nate,
no, but you saw it with the Warriors. You saw it with the Warriors.
Minnesota Lynx.
But you saying win though?
No. We didn't see it with the Warriors. I said
Clay
4
can give you
players.
20.
Go ahead.
Clay can give you 20. Durant could have gave you 20.
All right.
Steph gave you 20.
Right. And that's where it stopped.
Hold up. Did they still have Jordan Poole at that time?
No.
No.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Modi Mac. You talking about something that never works. ever. You got to realize you talking about 4 players that's offensive players. If one of them, your Warriors example was perfect because you got a Draymond Green, right? A defensive player who's willing to sacrifice. He's very important to the team, but he's not looking to take buckets away from Clay, away from Steph, away from KD. You got to realize your Liberty have a big 3 already. You added another dynamic scorer to that. Somebody's got to sacrifice. The ball is not y'all all is only one. First of all, the girls' game is even harder to do it than the men's game because they play less minutes, right? The men's game is 12-minute quarters, right? The girls' game is what, 10-minute quarters?
Yeah, and I would say this, like, it seems like John Quell, it's been at spots taking that because at times she'll walk the ball up like she on her Nikola Jokic type thing. You could.
She don't want to be a defensive. All of a sudden,
she don't have to be a defensive player per se, but like I'm saying, at times, like she's been like the outlet for initiating the offense, right? Yeah, put the ball in her hands and let her decide. Sometimes what we gonna do with it, to distribute that thing at, and if you feel like you got a matchup, go at it, attack it. You know what I mean? Like it seems like John Quell has been the one that kind of takes a step back.
Again, that's your perspective.
And she doesn't necessarily have to, but I think
we could disagree, but I feel like it's much more realistic to get a defensive player, kind of like what Nate was saying, than to add a Satu. I don't think a Satu type of player fits in New York unless y'all getting rid of somebody, unless somebody is going and she's coming.
Yeah, but somebody definitely is going. And then look, this is what I'm saying.
I'm talking about one of your big 3 is going, not just somebody. I'm talking about Sabrina.
What do you mean? Hold on, real quick.
Quell is going and she's coming.
Real quick, Brooklyn. Wody Mac, tell me to start in 5, including Satu.
Oh, and
including
with a potential trade. Yeah.
No, just tell me to start in 5. If Satu comes, tell me what's the starting 5.
It looks like it would be Sabrina, Dokic. I mean, not Dokic. Phoebich. I would. What I would do and what probably would happen is not going to say. But all right, I would put Betnaja on the court and have Sabli coming off the bench.
She's not doing it. I said start in 3 with Satu.
Okay, so I'd say then you have. She's in the lineup with Stewie and John Quell on the court with Phoebus. So you got basically which could be a revolution because if it works, a 6'4" and up lineup on the court with a 5'11" guard. I don't know how you guard it because most other teams, 3 of their players on the court is probably going to be 5'10" and under. We got matchups we could pick on all day.
Yeah, but who's scoring?
And if we five out that thing, because everyone can shoot. If we 5 out that thing, somebody could go down here.
They're not stopping nobody though. That defense is gonna be horrible. That defense is gonna be horrible.
How is it gonna be horrible? Who's the weak link?
Unless she sits Stewie, right? Unless she says okay,
Stewie
and Sabrina.
Unless she
that's
says,
why I said Stewie and Sabrina. That's it too.
Satu is not that amazing.
Satu not a lockdown defender. She alright, but she's not a lockdown defender.
The threes that she's going to be guarding, who are the threes that is scaring you in the league? The people who are going to be playing at the 3 position.
Right. I was going to say Ryan Howard
plays guard.
I can't believe you guys said Stewie is a weak link on defense. She's decent on the defensive end.
Nah, she a weak link, bro.
When I say that, Kev, when I say that, I mean like she's like she can be got. She can be got, right? Depending on who you put in front. If I put Fee in front of her, she can get got. But then even in her
7 blocks on one game.
Yeah,
she can, but when somebody is limited offensively,
I'm talking about like lateral ability, keeping somebody in front.
Oh, you talking about lockdown defender?
No, not lockdown. No, I don't need her to do
competent. I would even say competent, and she is competent defensively.
That's what I'm saying. That's decent. That's a defense. That's decent right there.
But for her position, the position that she plays inside that paint, right? If I put her again, like I would even be concerned with her guarding somebody like, say, Angel, who doesn't have a big repertoire of bag in the paint, but she's more physical than Stewie is. When she gets some of those physical inside 4s that'll go at it, it'll probably just go up her chest. Like she's not that. Like I said, she's a finesse player in offense, and so the same thing on defense.
Let's finish just the Satu point though. Let's wrap this up.
I mean, with the starting 5, he said it's just a little awkward. Like I see what you're saying because it'll be big.
It could be a revolution.
It's gonna be big, but it's just like It's awkward.
It's not
So
gonna
I
work.
don't know if Sandy says, Phoebus, you could come off the, go back to coming off the bench.
Andy Brondello like shooters. That's why she built her bench around people who could shoot the three. So
right,
and then now you got a court full of shooters
I
who's
want her
long.
to. I'm not saying I already said I think they should go all in on Phoebus because you're not just trying to win. That's what I'm thinking. So you leave Phoebus out there, but just how wacky the lineup sounds to me a little bit. I don't know. It don't sound wacky to y'all?
Me. It's not about being wacky. To me, it's simple. It's only one ball. So you basically saying somebody's gonna have to sacrifice. This is the problem they had in Indiana, right? You got 3 players already that's gonna be able to get off, and then your 4th player is gonna have to sacrifice. So you either telling Satu to sacrifice, you telling Ionescu to sacrifice, you telling Sabrina, or you telling Jonquel to sacrifice. I don't see that happening because all 3 of them, first of all, 3 of them just won a championship together doing it. So
right,
now
but then you saying like which one of them is demanding the ball though? Who's gonna throw a fit when they don't get the ball?
It's not about demanding the ball. It's about where the ball goes. So you basically so you trying to tell me
like what offense are you running with that?
You trying to tell me, Wody
Mac?
5 out.
I'm 5 out.
Wody Mac, you trying to tell me that you in the prime of your career, you average, close to 20 points a game or whatever the case may be. You willing to just say, you know what, I'm only average 8 for the rest of my career? And you still have the ability to put up 20?
It ain't this ain't gonna be a rest of your career thing. This is gonna be like a 1-2 year experiment.
I'm asking you a question. Even if it's a 1-2 year
right,
experiment, in the middle it's a possibility for you to win. You telling me in your prime you go from 20 to 8?
That's crazy. Ain't no way.
That's what's gonna happen, bro.
Drop off.
If you know basketball,
I'm going 20 to. I'm going 20 to 12.
The history tells you this. Go look at any team that got 4 scorers on it.
I'm going 12. I'm still going to get 12.
That's why the name Big Three was created. You either have a dynamic duo or a big three. You ain't hear the magnificent. You never heard the Magnificent Four. You never heard
Minnesota Lynx.
You mean
Minnesota in the early 2000s.
I meant Magnificent. You never heard
they had the Fantastic
unless
Four.
You talking about superheroes.
Nah, they had
to talk about basketball.
On the Celtics,
yeah, in basketball, you cannot have 4.
All right, no. I love
it.
Now I want to see it happen just so I can see. So I can
make a great point. Let's talk about the Celtics. No, 4 people averaging 20.
No, I'm not saying they was the one. I was just saying to the point of the Fantastic Four. Like they did have a Fantastic Four.
The Celtics,
listen. I made that point already, Mo 3. I said you could have 4. Mo 3. I said you could have 4 guys, but one of them will have to sacrifice, right? Yeah. One of them will have to be a defensive player. But in your point, in your example, I ain't gonna say he didn't play defense because Rondo did play defense, but he was an assist guy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. One player sacrifice. So now if we understand that that's how basketball works, and we go back to the New York Liberty and we talk about these 4 players, who's going to be the one to be A, the defensive player, or B, the player that gets all the assists and don't really put up a lot of points?
But Naja
she's not part of the. But Naja is not part of the 4. We talk about
she's definitely a good core player.
Hold on, let's stay on point. We talking about Satu. We talking about Ionescu. We talking about Jonquel Jones, and we talking about Stewie, right?
It's definitely gonna be Jonquel.
Who's gonna be
Stewie's not taking no setbacks. She getting her 20 plus. She definitely dropping triple doubles.
Telling me the MVP of the finals gonna have to take a step back? Come on, are you serious?
But the finals at MVP had was 16 points.
But she's willing to as long as she gets the chip.
So you telling me, hold on.
As long as she gets another chip, she's willing to.
Let me ask you a question.
She's done it before.
Hold on, no, Mikachu. Let me ask you a question. Y'all went to the finals 2 years ago and lost, right? Y'all didn't get it right. And then y'all went to the finals this time and won with her being the MVP.
Exactly.
You saying that it makes sense to say, even though we won this way, Jonquel, we don't want you to. We want you to do the opposite of what you did to help us win.
Nah, she gonna play defense. What is you talking about? You just said she played defense. Who's gonna play defense?
What I'm talking about is what we know that works. Was proven. We don't know. Listen, y'all want Satu to come because that's a name. But we don't know. Listen to what I'm saying. Let me finish.
The argument was Satu. I didn't say I wanted Satu.
Let me finish what I'm saying, right?
Go ahead.
So I can make this point. And I'm not saying you particularly. I'm just talking about Liberty fans in general.
Oh, okay.
Liberty fans are thinking that Satu will make y'all a better team, right? Cool. I don't have no issue with that. But what I'm saying is y'all already know something works because it's proven. Satu isn't proven. Anything Satu does on the Liberty isn't proven. But y'all know something that's proven. It don't make sense to say, even though this worked for us, let's go away from that and make Satu a focal point. That don't make sense.
But that's all I want to point out to you though, Brooklyn, right? I know somebody said, and forgive me, somebody said on another channel, it's your boy HD, right? He said he got an issue with me and you using these stats, right? He said he got an issue with us always going to the stats. I just want to make a point. If I see somebody having an amazing game, I'm like, okay, they took a bunch of shots, and I go look and see the stat sheet say, yeah, they was like 8 for 19 or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, okay, the statistics can verify what your eyes see or support, you know what I mean, your argument in certain cases. All I'm gonna say for John Quell, right? Because you were saying take a step back. She won MVP of the finals, averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, right? And for her career, pretty much is a 13-point a game and 9 rebound player, right? It seems like she gets her points. Like, I don't know what type of step back. Like, you're not saying that she's not aggressive. Yeah, she gets down and she gets aggressive, you know, when she has the matchups, but she'll get hers. She can also be in that type of Jokic type of role because she can handle the ball like a guard. That's why I love Angela.
She loves to be in the paint, and she loves to get her points mainly off of like rebounds and stuff like that.
I disagree.
Well, she catch and shoot. She spot up against me.
She does. She brings up the ball on the
court. But she can be our facilitator like a Jokic.
Let me make one point.
Is getting stagnant, and they forget that John Quell could shoot a 3. Yeah.
All right,
she drops buckets.
Let me make one point though. And y'all Liberty fans, so y'all tell me if I'm off on this. I'm just telling y'all what I seen from my basketball brain, right? This is what I saw. If I'm wrong, y'all tell me I'm wrong. I think the adjustment that made y'all win a championship and the reason why y'all lost prior is because y'all a better team when y'all play through John Quell Jones as a number. Not to say that she need to score the most points, but if she's the number one option, y'all a better team. Am I off on saying that?
Nah,
she's basically running as the point guard. Like that's why I said we're not even per se.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
I like that though.
You're missing my point, bro.
If she's the number one option,
what I'm saying
bringing
is,
up the ball on the court, or she's the one.
I'm saying this is what I'm saying. She's the most efficient player y'all have, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just said Sabrina could disappear, Ionescu could disappear, right? If you have John Quell Jones as your number one option and not your number 3 option, right? What you have now is a steady person that's going to provide offense for you. And now whatever Sabrina and Ionescu provides after that adds on to that. But if you
Sabrina, is one person.
I'm sorry, you know,
Stewie,
you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. But if you rely on Sabrina and have her as your number one option, you guys are beatable, right? If you have Sabrina as your number one option, you guys are beatable. I'm saying with John Quell Jones as the number one option, y'all harder to beat, in my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be off on saying that, but that's what I saw.
But that's not how Sandy Grondello runs her basketball court. That's not how they usually do it. Like if it fumbles and the offense is off, then yeah, once they give the ball to John Quell, she's more of a solid-minded person that know who to pass the ball to, who's going to drop the bucket. But she's also gets scatterbrained when her shots don't fall. So I can't say that it's 99% that once she gets the ball, the offense is on and cooking. It's like barbecue chicken or whatever. But what I'm saying is Sandy Grondello likes shooters. So she likes a fast pace, and that's what works for them. If that leaves them healthy, then they could repeat.
Right. And again, I was just saying what I thought I saw. Again, she don't have to be the leading scorer. And I'm not even saying when she is the number one option that, you know, the offense don't never look wacky. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it's a more efficient offense overall. If you lead through her, if she leads it, opposed to Stewie leading it or somebody else leading it.
Oh,
and that's what I was
definitely.
saying. And that's why I was saying if you now adding a side to that, and you basically saying, you know what, John Quell, we need you to take a step back. Just focus on rebounding and blocking shots. I don't know if that's a smart course of action when you already won a championship doing it a different way. You get what I'm saying?
But if she's taking a step back, and like how you mentioned about Boston Celtics and Rondo was like dropping 20 assists and had like maybe 2 points in the whole game, that's possible. Because you said once the ball comes to her, she mainly will have a sound mind and be like, okay, I can pass it to side two. I got options. I got, Swiss Army knife type players that could move the ball and score for us.
Okay,
it's possible.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
Just about the spacing too.
We're gonna agree to disagree.
That's what I'm saying. If everybody on the court is a threat to score, as far as like off the catch, backdoor cuts, this and the third, which I know is not necessarily what they're doing, but you've seen it occasionally at times. If I give John Quell a ball anywhere from free throw line extended to let her make decisions give her the Alyssa Thomas role that's actually a scorer, basically making her Alyssa, because you see Alyssa Thomas is their de facto point guard at times, right? But she just is no threat to score. Whereas now, and I'm gonna just give you an example where this can be interesting, but they just don't do it. But it can be interesting unless you got Ezzy Magabor or Asia Wilson or Angel Reese guarding John Quell at the perimeter. If I'm seeing Mercedes Russell, if I'm seeing Bree Jones, if I'm seeing, Stephanie Dolson out there guarding John Quell, she has the ball at the perimeter and she's running a point. She can start patting that ball like James Harden between the legs, go on him. Occasionally you see her do that. Like, it's not the prettiest all the time, but she goes aggressively downhill. She can be like that point center type of role. And if everybody is spaced out, that means that paint is open. There's not that much help. If help comes and she don't think she got it, Dokic over here. We got Dokic over there. We got Sably over there. We got Sabrina over there.
You want her to play like Rajon Rondo, is what you're saying.
It wouldn't be more like, it'd be more like more like a Giannis going downhill, a downhill Giannis with a jump shot.
Giannis scores the most points on his team.
He does, but I'm saying like the system, so to speak. Go downhill, the floor is spread, go downhill, and you have the option to kick it out if help comes. How can they guard it? There's a lot of bigs that would be potentially guarding her are not good perimeter defense. Like Azarae Stevens, we see her getting cooked in the perimeter in non-arrival. I mean, like the few that will actually be able to guard her doing that, you're not going to see that all the time.
So y'all basically agreeing with Brooklyn then.
That's putting her in like a point center position, which I'm saying she's taking a point back, but now she's basically the play initiator, right? She's making the play, and she could get her.
Hold on, Mo 3, because I want you to finish what you're saying. I want to ask one quick question, and I want you to go, Mo 3. I'm just curious on this right here. This is a side note. I'm just super curious, and everybody can answer this, and then Mo 3 is gonna go. If you rank John Quell Jones out of all of the bigs in the league, where do you have her ranked at?
She's, to me, top 3.
So you want a top 3 big to say, I'm not going to dominate. I'm going to just drive and kick.
You drive, you got the match. If you got the matchup.
You just said she top 3. So that means it's only 2 people that's better than her. So she should have the matchup versus everybody else, right?
I think you're mixing up the game. The WNBA, she plays like that though. You know what I mean? She doesn't play superly aggressive if she's not feeling it. So I've seen her play sometimes where I wanted her to be way more aggressive, and she's just playing defense. It just depending on the matchup. I didn't mean to cut you off. That's how she plays.
Okay, Mo 3.
I don't know. I was just saying. It sounded like what Wody Mack was saying was basically what you were saying, that she should she should be the number 1 option. Like, not saying that she's the point guard, like bringing the ball up and she's gonna get ripped and shit. I'm just saying, like, when bring the ball across half court, and they setting up their offense. The first play should be ran through her, kind of like what they do at UConn. Paige doesn't run the point, but the offense goes through her. They run up, they cross half court, then they set up the play, and the first play that they run is something to get Paige the ball, and then she decides what she's going to do next. I feel like that's their best style of play. They have the best success. Yeah, they have the best success playing that way because, like what Wody Mac was saying, she is one of the best, if not the best.
I got a number one.
Yeah, I got a number one too.
Personally.
I'm but saying, but he says top 3, so I'm just saying. But I got a number 1, and
well, that depends. I got Asia as a power 4. That depends where you put Asia. Is she a 5 or a 4 right now?
Nah, Asia's a 4.
I got as a 4. Okay,
she's a 4. She only was playing the 5 because what was that with Sykes? I mean not Sykes. I
know you're talking about.
Yeah, their center was injured, but anyways, nobody could really stop her. She got handles for a big girl that's 6'6". She do her little crossover dribbling stuff. It look aki, but against big people it worked.
Yeah, so unless she got step back 3, that's why I said I don't agree that she's just a rebound. No, she be going at those bigs.
Yeah, and it's like hard to D up. And if she do get in trouble, she makes better decisions than Stewie does in those situations. And I just feel like the offense runs smoother when she gets the first touch.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think we could all remember that one play that she had the ball, and I think it was no movement, and then ended up being a turnover because she just had the ball. Nobody cut for her, nothing. I don't know if y'all remember that play, but that's one play where I could say, okay, she turned it over that play. But for the most part, she made good decisions with the ball. So I don't know. She either gonna score it or she gonna kick it to somebody.
And that's one thing that I love with like having her in that role, even though again it's not utilized much, but it's the thing about having a wealth of riches. It's a old saying, I don't know quite the saying, but like having a wealth of riches, right, at your disposal. If everybody can be disciplined, if people are working on their game, knowing, understanding their assignment in the scheme and being disciplined, we could just hunt matchups. And there's going to be a mismatch. If you potentially this is with the scenario with Sabrina on the team, right? There is going to be a scenario you're gonna have a 5'10" and under player on somebody 6'4" and taller, and the floor is spaced. How can you not just go over the top of that all game? There is no help. Now, again, it's not necessarily what they're running, and I know this. I'm looking at it even in comparison to like what the NBA game could be. But why I said it could be a revolution, if it happens, and if it works, how do you guard it? Because you're not stopping a Sabli, a Phoebich with a, I don't care. Yeah, let's say Dejanay. Once it gets into the box, she's over the top. I mean, you could be as athletic as you want to be. If she got any type of lift, any type of jump, that is not contested. It's uncontested.
Wody, I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone because we can agree to disagree. I think you thinking about 2K, bro. Like you could just throw, and then on 2K, you don't have to worry about who gets the ball because who cares. But if we talking about real life, like I said, is only we talking about dynamic scorers. We talking about players that puts up a lot of shot attempts. We talking about players that average a certain amount of points, all on the same team. Somebody has to sacrifice. The only way you could sell this team on me is by you telling me who sacrificed. And right now, the name everybody coming up, it was Jaquel Jones, and I just don't think that's a smart move. But hey, we could agree to disagree and just leave that. Yeah. But on 2K, you could put anybody. They done had teams with LeBron and Jordan and Giannis and all these players on the same team, but it just don't work in real life.
And the reason why I used even Jonquel as an example, because when I looked at it, like, okay, she won the finals MVP, and she did that with scoring with only about 15 points or less and rebounding the ball. So it wasn't like she just was doing all the little dirty work things, the little things that contributed to winning. And while I think it doesn't necessarily matter, you're talking about all these high point scores on the court. Hey, at any given day, you can have a player go off. Betnaja Hamilton had 30-point games earlier parts of her career for the Atlanta Dream, several 30-point games.
And what she had
so
to do,
she has that potential.
She was willing to sacrifice, right?
I'm saying all this offensive potential. Kayla Thornton is scoring like 20 points almost on average over there in the NBL. There's a lot of players that you give them opportunity, they can show out. It's just, again, it's how aggressive they are, the type of attitude they got, and then their work ethic to work on their game. While I don't think it matters per se, like I don't care how many points you score. Are you willing to buy into the team concept? And are you not going to throw a fit? Are you not going to be in your feelings if you're not getting a rock?
I'm gonna tell
it can
you,
work. And can you play decent defense?
I'm gonna tell you,
decent defense.
Wody Mac, I'm gonna tell you when what you saying makes perfect sense. When a player is at the stage of their career where they kind of get into the point where they're over the hill now, and they get into the point where, you know, being that dynamic player isn't important to them, and now all they want to do is fill a role, then what you saying makes sense. Is Satu willing to come in and just be a defender?
She wouldn't have to, but I would say Stewie.
She would have
since we all
to,
talking
bro.
about Stewie.
I don't know why
Stewie getting over the hill, right? Stewie needed one to take it back.
So that's what I'm saying. So you feel like it's Stewie. You feel like Stewie next year, which don't make sense, but okay. You feel like Stewie next year is willing just to fill a role and just be a defender?
Be Dirk. Be last year Dirk. Be Dirk in his last year. In his last year.
Dirk was still a franchise player on this team. He was still the go-to guy.
Yeah. Cool, granted, right? Just on the basis of you're getting up there in age, we know you can still get a bucket, right? But you're on your way out. And the way that John Quellenham is playing, and they don't look like they still look like they still got a little something left in the tank, right? But be that vet now, but like, hey, you got a couple of rings. What more do you need? You got rings.
Okay.
What do you want? You want to win some more? Start deferring some more. How about that? Like, okay, man, we need you. We need you here. Step. Can you come through for us? Because you're the go-to clutch bucket we need at times.
Hey, look,
and I mean, it really should be Sabrina team.
Hey,
really should be because that's the future.
We ain't doing that.
I ain't even gonna push back on it. This is your show, right? This is a New York Liberty show. So if this is how you feel about your team, I gave you how I feel. You told me how you feel. We're gonna move on to topic number 4. And this is basically what do we feel like New York should do with that 7th pick? Y'all could go grab somebody and develop them. Y'all could go grab somebody and stash them, bring them over later, or y'all could trade the pick, bring in another asset. Mikachu, we're gonna start with you. What you think they should do with this pick?
I think they just going to trade it and try to use that pick to get another player that could be a defensive-minded player, because that's all they need. Because I'm tight they lost Thornton.
Yeah.
That was my girl.
Yeah.
But
if I'm not mistaken, somebody help me out. I think when Nate probably know, did they extend an offer to Thornton?
No.
So y'all can still possibly get her, right? Bring her back. No?
Nah, we can't.
No, you can't.
They didn't keep her rights. So
but what I'm saying is,
the way that the
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. No, the way that the expansion works is you can only save like 5 players. You core 2, and then you say these 3 players you can't take. And they took Thornton.
No. I understand how the expansion worked. That's not what I was asking. What I'm asking is this, right? The Valkyrie took Thornton, right?
Yeah.
And we all thought that they was going to extend the offer to her. But the fact that they didn't, doesn't that make her unrestricted free agent now, where she could go anywhere she wants? That's the question I'm asking.
Don't she have to play out this season?
Yes, she has to play out that season.
Play out this
but
season.
I thought, again, I could be wrong. I thought they had to extend the offer to her like they did the other players. They extended offers to other players. They didn't extend the offer.
No. You can only extend the offer to 5 players. Anybody's up for grab after that.
No, y'all still talking about the expansion draft. I'm talking about free agency now.
That's what I'm talking about. No.
She's not part of free agency.
She's not part of free agency.
Okay. That's what I was confused at. Okay, because they did extend an offer to some other players, didn't they? The Valkyrie.
No, they did the same thing like They did the same thing to every. Look, there's only one team they didn't take no players off. I forgot what team it was. I think it was probably Seattle.
Yeah,
They didn't
Seattle
take
got
nobody
drama.
off that team.
ain't that a jump?
Sorry, Skylar
Ain't that a
Diggins, but
trip?
everywhere she goes seems to be some type of drama. But they ain't take nobody from Seattle.
Yeah, they ain't take nobody.
I ain't gonna hold you.
I think Skylar was protected.
I ain't gonna hold you though. You see what Skylar's doing in Unravel. Like I know Skylar can hoop, but I always looked at her like a. Oh, my phone had started talking. Z started talking. I know Skylar can hoop, but I always looked at her like like a traditional guard that's looking to set somebody up before she get into her bag. Them shots she been hitting in this Unravel, like, wait, hold up. Oh, Sky trying to show out. And I think she was probably doing that because she out there on the court with Jewel Lloyd. Let it be known, like, hey, let it be known. I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
All right, look, really quickly. This is what I was confused about, right? On Tuesday, January 14th, the Golden State Valkyrie extended a restricted qualifying offer to Timmy Van Backley, who they got from Indiana. They extended a qualifying offer to Julie Van Loo, who they got from the Mystics. They extended a qualifying offer to Veronica Burden, who they got from the Sun, and they extended a qualifying offer to Cecilia Zandolini, who I believe came from the Lynx. So why would they extend a qualifying offer to them if they don't have to? That's what's confusing to me, because they didn't extend one to Kayla Thornton, who they got from the Liberty. You understand what I'm saying now? This is free. Y'all keep talking about the expansion draft that happened a couple weeks ago. Free agency is right now. And these offers just got extended to those players who they got a few weeks ago. They just extended those offers right now to those players. But they didn't extend one to Kayla Thornton, which made me believe maybe since they didn't extend an offer to her, maybe she goes back into free agency. Now that could be wrong. I don't know how that works.
Was she part of free agency for this year? Was those players part of free agency?
I don't think so. I think those players was on those teams. Now I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they wasn't.
Nah, because what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna, that does bring a interesting. If she was already under contract, do they have to? And then on the flip side to that too, if she is able to renegotiate another contract, because I'm looking at the free agency, I don't see her list. I don't see her under the name of unrestricted, restricted, or ER. But Cecilia Zandolini is listed as a ERFA. I don't know what that means, type of free agent. Right, so it could be one of those situations where they didn't have to.
Yes, Quita loves sports when you need her,
right? Yeah, but let's say on the flip, all right. I don't know if they extended. They just put it out there like, hey, we gave them an offer. We letting everybody we gave an offer, and then anybody who responded. It could be where they were negotiating or talking to Kayla Thornton, and she might demand more money because of her value or perceived value. So it could be. That's another thing that comes to my mind too. Hearing that,
but
maybe she wants more bread.
To Kev point and Mikachu's point, they didn't extend one to Kate Martin, and I'm pretty sure Kate Martin gonna be a Valkyrie. I don't think they let her walk, so I don't know. I'm new to this, so I just don't understand how this works. So I'm asking questions.
Kate Martin not a free agent though.
Yeah,
he's a rookie.
Yeah, she's not a free agent.
That's why I'm saying like the first round of those picks. Those people that the Valkyrie pick first is like they snatching it out and be like, yo, these the players I want. I don't care what y'all saying. Because those people weren't protected by their teams.
No, you're right. I'm looking at it now. So I got the salaries up. Kaylin Thornton is under salary. So they won't have to send nothing to her. But the person that they didn't extend one to, unless they did and I missed it, they didn't extend one to Monique Billings, did they?
No, she became an unrestricted free agent today too.
So she's a free agent, okay. But the rest of them, the rest of those players they extended offers to were either reserve free agents or restricted free agents. So they basically got all of them. The only person I guess they letting walk is Monique Billings. Kate Martin, Kayla Thornton, and Stephanie Talbert are all under contract, so they won't have to do nothing for them. They just automatically on the team. But Timmy, Veronica, Julie, and Sandolini was all somehow free agents. We either restricted, reserved, or Yeah, restricted or reserve. So I guess Monique Billings is going to be the one that they let walk, and she's not coming unless they, unless they work something out in free agency still. But
that's good.
I still don't know what it means. I just Googled it too. Exclusive rights.
Let me put it
right.
Exclusive rights.
I still don't know what that
that's what I was
means.
trying to say. Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
that means they have exclusive negotiating rights. That's what that means. Only the Valkyries have exclusive rights.
So this is what I'm
like.
looking
Also,
at.
the Liberty didn't offer a contract to was it what's her name? Su Lin, the 6'10" center from China.
Oh, Jean, yeah, whatever.
Y'all can see it now, right? Stephanie Talbert,
Yeah,
Kayla Thornton, and Kate Martin are all under contract.
She ain't UFA until next year, which everybody's, you know what I mean?
Monique Billings, I guess they letting walk because they didn't stand nothing to her. But this player was a restricted free agent, and that's why I said this is called reserve free agent. I don't know what's the difference between reserve and restricted is. But Veronica, Julie, and Sandalini is the players that they, and Timmy are the players that they just extended offers to. These two players, Maria Conde and Ileana Rupert, they didn't extend. I don't know. Maybe they not.
Yeah, that's another thing with them.
Maybe they feel like
they're
not coming back from overseas, so they're just gonna let them be on the roster and let them stay overseas. That's probably what's happening with that.
I don't get it with those. Maybe because it's overseas players, they make more bread where they be playing at, right? Yeah. And I understand the purpose of like taking them, but sometimes like if some of these players will come over, they could greatly help a team, right? Like Maria Conde is killing it over there in EuroLeague, and Ilya, both of them actually is killing it over there. Killing it overseas. Now, is that going to translate?
Maria Conde got hurt.
WNBA. Who?
Maria Conde got hurt. She done for the year.
Damn, she was having a great season too. But listen, getting back to the topic, anybody who didn't chime in, I think Mikachu gave her opinion. What do you guys think they should do with the seventh? The Liberty should do with the seventh pick.
It depends on if they're not getting anybody in free agency, like Lena Deladon, who's now unrestricted, or God, I would hate to see Kennedy Carter over there. Jeez, that would suck. If they're, it depends on what they do in free agency. They might do like what Seattle Storm did with NECA. Like even though NECA was unrestricted free agent, they did a backdoor deal. Like, all right, well, since she's walking over to y'all, they traded their pick to LA, their fourth pick to LA. And Kia Nurse. So they might trade it for the rights to like get Dejanay. Like, all right, we're gonna send you our seventh pick since you guys don't have one. And it would be better since Chicago has their pick, it'll be 3 spots better than the actual pick. So that should be a good deal if they going into rebuild stage. So I can see them trading that pick for Dejanay. I hope Sky get it, but that would be a great deal. Connecticut be like, all right. So they're like, hey, we're gonna offer her a contract. If you don't match it, we'll give you a 7th pick.
I never thought of these.
Not gonna send them another player because that's where John Quell came from.
Oh yeah, you're right. They got Rebecca Allen. They got Rebecca Allen to replace it. That was crazy. That was horrible. Rebecca Allen for a freaking MVP. Jeez.
All I can say is you
for 6'6" John Quell Jones. Yeah, you're right.
But the way it doesn't seem like none of the players that are there of their core is too thrilled that they took this French dude. You know what I mean? Rashid, even though he's a decorated coach overseas, you know what I mean, and an Olympic coach. I guess they're not too enamored. I guess they.
Yeah, you're right.
So I mean, if they disgruntled, they act like they ain't trying to play for this dude, or they're gonna throw it. You might as well try to get something for everybody that got value. It's just the only one that doesn't.
Yeah, nobody's mentioned him.
Yeah,
you're right. No, none of the players I mentioned him.
You traded for Marina Mayberry, so are you gonna try to get up off of her too? You know what I mean? Like you just full out, go ahead.
That'd be hilarious.
Full out tank that thing out, and you be in the sweepstakes.
Hey, listen, going back. That's a good point, Wody Matt. Going back to Kev's point, we mentioned Kennedy Carter, but maybe Marina Mayberry might be another 6-man option for the Liberty. I know she's not a defender.
I wouldn't take it.
That's how much she made. What she 208? I don't think they can afford her because they had to trade for her.
That's what I'm saying.
I would rather get Kennedy. Yeah, I'd rather give Kennedy 160,000 or whatever and sign her. But you also talking to the sky like, hey, why did y'all just let her go? What happened? Like, if there's gonna be an
But
issue,
y'all gotta
I'm gonna
realize,
talk
like,
to her first.
you gotta have options, right? Because you don't never know. This is free
Yeah.
agency we talking about. We can't, again, this is not 2K where we could just be like, I'm gonna plug you in. You gotta have not real
You're
talk.
right. You're right.
I hate to have fantasy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a realistic conversation, right? And
Yeah.
regardless of what you think about Mabry, her skills are she could win you a game in a
No, I'm just talking about her contract.
No, I know, but
She's
what I'm
making
saying
like
is
overmatched.
still,
Yeah.
no, but we still trading. It's still a trade, right? Like, so you trading, and you can't tell me that because Satu was cored. So Satu got the
Right,
Satu
yeah.
in the max. So you can't tell me Satu will fit in the Liberty, and Mabry won't.
Yeah,
That
that's
won't
not
make
happening.
sense, right? So it's like if they do get, I'm just saying option wise, not saying that this has to be the only option. We can have multiple options. You can have Kennedy Carter as one of your options. You can have Dejanay Carrington as one of your options. I'm saying one of the options New York can do is trade that 7th pick to Connecticut, who because remember Mabry wanted to leave the Sky. Why? Because she wanted to win. So we don't think the Sky is gonna be. I mean, not the Sky. We don't think that the Sun is going to be a contender going forward. We think they're in rebuilding mode. Mabry wants out of there. So I'm saying if I'm thinking if I'm thinking with my Liberty GM hat on right now, and I'm thinking with Kev said and what you guys said, oh, we don't think the Liberty can repeat. They need an extra punch. They need extra fire. Mabry is an option. I'm saying that they could bring in off the bench as a 6th woman to get them that extra shooting, because here's what Wody Mack don't realize. Remember I said, tell me where it works, the big 4 or whatever, where everybody gets their points. Well, it works when one of them is coming off the bench, like the Spurs. It don't work when all 4 of them in the starting lineup, like
Manu Ginobili,
right? And
yeah,
I don't think Satu. I know he wants Satu to come off the bench. I don't think Satu is coming off the bench, but Mabry might.
No, not at 26.
So Mabry,
yeah, she's 26 years old.
Mabry might not be as good as a player as Satu, but the player that you want, Wody, and the type of offense you want, Wody, fits better with a Mabry than a Satu, because Satu is not coming off the bench, and if she starts, somebody gotta, you know what I mean? Like it just don't fit with Satu. Mabry is actually a much better fit.
Yeah.
She don't give you everything you need because she don't provide that defense.
You got a point.
You have to find
for all
that
intents
defense
and
from
purposes, a
someplace
better
else.
defender. But Sably is a better defender.
Again,
and I still get the same type
again,
of
this is not
production.
2K, bro. Like we can sit here and talk about it doesn't matter. You have to find pieces that fit. So boom, you're right. Mabry isn't the defender that Satu is, right? But now you got your girl. And again, I'm not saying she's a defender or not. I don't know. But you got your girl, and most young players find their way on the court by what? Playing defense first, right? You got your girl, Marquisha Davis, if I'm not messing her name up, who might have a bigger role next year, who's probably going to be that defender. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to have a realistic conversation. We could if shit, fuck it, bring Asia to the Liberty, and we gonna just start throwing anybody on the team. You can't do it. You gotta have a realistic conversation. Right,
but if the conversation of that even being out there, floated out there, that she's an option for the Fever and the Liberty, why it may be because of something that she said, it's because the Liberty, seeing as they haven't utilized Marine Johannes,
because she don't fit,
and we're not taking into account what we're not taking into account is that nobody's really talking about her, nobody's really saying about Marine Johannes is technically also that type of star. It's just we haven't seen it yet. But go look at
type of star
Olympic production. She is literally a bucket. Look at her offensive production.
What happened to Gabby Williams on Seattle?
Stage.
Exactly.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Exactly. What are we talking about?
Actually, is a good player. Like sometimes
you can't
always
compare other
translate
leagues to the WNBA, bro. What you do in the WNBA ain't what you do overseas. If that's the case, then Dana Evans is a superstar. Right,
yeah, but I'm using
what she doing in the WNBA.
I'm using the Olympic stage as a standard.
You
just
can't tell me that
this
stage.
is not.
We
this
just
is
seen
not,
what Gabby Williams
competition.
We just seen what Gabby did in the Olympics, right? What did she
and
do
she
on
was
Seattle?
She was carrying. Now,
what did she do
what
on
happened
Seattle?
to Seattle? I don't understand what happened.
Carry Seattle?
No, but that was not her
What are
role
we
either.
talking about?
You got Nuka and Skylar in front of you and Jewel.
That's my point.
And they still was trying to
now
get her
you talk
involved.
about Marina. Now you talking about Marine Johannes. She's coming
who
onto a
is
team with
literal
Sabrina
bucket.
in that school. Like, what are we talking about, Wody?
And so all I'm saying is in reference to that, right? When we talking about somebody taking a backseat, it's literally you asking Marine Johannes to take a backseat, which her main function is to score. She ain't there for defense. Her main function is to score. So we basically giving up a score for a score, but a bigger score on top of that. So I can see it. It's basically Marine Johannes is our Lou Williams off the bench. If it came to that
bench, okay. Now we talking. You talking about
Marine? She would, they would be having her coming off the bench.
Yeah,
but she's our Lou. But Satu is a starting level player. But still, I think the offensive production would be completely the same. It's just you get slightly more with a player that's bigger that can play.
So if her offensive production is completely the same, who offensive production goes down? Because somebody got to go down. It can't all be the same. If you add her in, and she don't sacrifice. Who sacrifices? John Cole Jones, right?
I still say Stewie should start taking. I think Stewie should start taking the backseat if we think Stewie is declining. And John Quayle.
Stewie ain't gonna take a backseat.
Yeah, listen, Wody Mack is out. He love his team. We get it. Listen, let's go to the 7th pick. Let's finish this up this last topic, and we're gonna move on. Because I don't think everybody chimed in on this. So what do you guys want to do with the 7th pick? Wody, did you answer this? I'm not sure.
No, I didn't really give an answer to it, and I would say, yeah, you can package it. And now that he's even brought the name Dejanay in there, I could say you could package it for something, because otherwise, I say you go look to international talent, somebody you could stash that you don't got to play right now, somebody that can develop overseas. So I'd say if you're keeping it, go with international talent, somebody that can just stay overseas and
somebody
develop.
You can stash and bring in later, like a fee bitch.
Yeah. Like Asia Sigford. If oh my goodness, because I'd say wait till draft night, because if any chance Dominique Malonga is not off, which she probably will get picked, if she is not picked up by the time 7th come around,
I agree with you. I don't think she's gonna be around, but if she is, y'all might as well grab her.
I'm taking that. I'm holding that. And if she ready to come over, let her come over. She could be the backup. Whew. In 2-3 years, that'll be a problem.
Mo 3 and Kev, want to chime in on the 7th pick? What's your opinion? Either or.
I ain't got no opinion about that. I'm gonna let that slide.
All right, but Mo 3.
I think they should keep it.
Okay. What you think they should do with it? Grab somebody in the overseas, or grab somebody in college?
I don't really care where they get them from, as long as they plug the hole that they lost.
And what's that? You feel like they need that Kayla Thornton replacement?
Yeah. Because like I said, their team was just next level, man. Like their team was just next level. Their stars played like poo-poo, and they still won.
And I'm gonna ask you the question I asked Nate earlier. So you feel like adding a rookie to this veteran team, when you say bringing a rookie, you feel like bringing a rookie and just not playing them, or bringing a rookie because you said to fill that role. So you saying bringing a rookie to fill that role? Okay.
Yeah, to play him off the bench.
And remember, they still got rookies from last year that's gonna get minutes this year. So you got a Marquisha Davis, like I said, you got a Jalen Sherrod, like Mikachu said, that's gonna get those minutes. So you saying get another rookie to bring in and give them minutes too?
Yeah, because injuries happen. Like even like last year, Sabli got injured. That's another thing. Why I don't understand why people are so like gung ho on this Satu Sabli thing, because she's injury prone. She's always getting injured. She's yet to play a full season. Like she has never played more than 20 games in like her whole career. I don't understand that. But anyways, like her sister got injured, and they needed those extra bodies off the bench to fill roles. And another player got injured. Like they had a few injuries last year that it helped them out that their bench was so deep.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But I think Menage Lady was injured, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had a couple injuries last year, so their deep bench.
She had an injury from last year, and she just had surgery on it.
Oh, okay. All right, so we can wrap this up then. What expectations do you guys have of the Liberty team in 2025?
They're gonna be top. I want to. Who's it now? 8. How many teams is it again?
It's 13 now.
13 now.
They're gonna be top 3,
Mhm.
definitely. In their division, I don't see nobody in the East really that could upstage them unless Connecticut pulls something out of their hat. Washington is still in rebuilding phase. Who else is in the East? So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're gonna be top in the East again.
Then they're gonna be top 3, and then how you think they finish?
If healthy, I'm hoping for a chip. I'm very hopeful, but
Top 3 finish with a chip.
But they probably either gonna be semifinals.
Nah, make a decision. Tell the people. Tell the people right now. Make you stand on it. Tell the people what you want or what you think is gonna happen. Like just
They go into the finals.
mm-hmm.
Since you forced me to make a bold decision, they gonna win.
Make a decision. All right, they winning the chip. You got them top 3. They finish in top 3 in the regular season. They go into the finals. They winning the chip. Wody Mac, what you got?
I say finals appearance. I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves and jinx man.
Okay,
you
feel like win or lose, they at least make it into the finals though.
Kansas City Chiefs, Kansas City Chiefs in that thing.
What you got for me, Kev?
What I got?
Yeah, Mr. Pessimistic. What's your prediction for the Liberty next year?
I say
did we convince you of anything?
Nah.
It don't sound like it. It don't sound like it.
Nah.
You said top what?
Top three. Probably out in the first or second round.
Damn. You said they going out in the first round.
Hey yo, like, and I don't know your homie, but like I just like I get the vibe. Like, yo, somebody do something great, but like, yeah, he ain't gonna do that again. No, he ain't gonna do that again. He do it twice, but he got lucky. They got lucky. He ain't doing that again.
What you got for me, Nate?
Yeah, Knicks can be up 3-1 going to the NBA Finals. Man, they finna blow it. Watch.
Wait, so you said they? Oh no, you said the Knicks. All right, so what you got for me, Nate?
Yeah, I was saying the Knicks. Yeah.
What you got for the Liberty?
For me?
Oh, you probably ain't had a question. I said, what's the Liberty expectations for 2025? What's your expectations for the Liberty?
I think, given health and seeing how they play, I think Jonquel will come bursting out the gates. I think she's gonna have another good season because she's relaxing, playing year round. Yeah, it helps in a way, but also deteriorates their body because they're playing 40 games and unrivaled and another 44 in a W season. So I think they'll have a decent regular season. I say about 29, 30 wins. They make it to the finals and lose.
Make it to the finals and lose. Okay. Mo 3, what you got for me?
I think they're gonna be a top 2 team. I don't really see another team other than Minnesota having a better record than them. And at least a finals appearance. It's still 50-50 to me if they're gonna win. I think they could win, but I think it's just as much chance they could lose. But at least a finals appearance.
Got you. You got them going to the finals and winning and losing. I got you. Listen, I'm the highest person on this panel in the Liberty, apparently, because I think they're gonna have the best record in the league. Because if I'm not mistaken, didn't they have the best record in the league last year?
Yeah, but barely. Minnesota was right there.
Hold on. Hey, listen.
They had the best record.
There's more games this year.
Listen, y'all gave y'all pain. I'm giving mines, right?
I don't care. I don't.
How close it is. listen to what I'm saying. I don't care how close it is. They had the best record in the league last year. Right? So if you telling me that they keep their same roster, I think we all kind of agreed that they pretty much stay pat. They don't really change that up. You pretty much bringing the same roster. So it's no, y'all already know each other. There's no learning each other. So I don't really see them taking a step back. Now, again, these are all predictions. We all could be wrong. But hold on, let me finish.
Good question.
The question.
Okay, go ahead.
Ask the question, right? Because of they had the best record already. They won a chip, right? And they coming back for another season. I see them having the best record again. I don't see nobody having a better record than them. I could be wrong, right? Aces, somebody, Minnesota, they could come up there, but I got them as the best record. And do they repeat? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if they repeat. I think they have the ability to repeat. I think it's possible, but I don't know if they repeat only because A'ja Wilson. I feel like that Aces team is gonna retool, and I think they coming back with a vengeance. I don't even think Minnesota. I think Minnesota is gonna be a threat, but I feel like A'ja right now got Liberty on her mind, and if the team that I think the Aces is gonna build next year. I think it's gonna be really. I think it's possible for the Liberty to repeat, but I think it's gonna be really difficult. So again, I guess I agree with y'all that they go to the finals, and I'm not sure if they win it because I think the Aces might win it again next year. But all right, what you wanted to ask me, Nate?
Yeah. So my main thing because of health is Sabrina because of her hand. That she's having issues with that hand nonstop. And she still doesn't look good in our rival. So I don't even think she's fully healed. It's going to take her, I think, maybe mid-season before she's 100%. So her struggling is why I think they're going to kind of limp into the playoffs, maybe make it to the finals and then lose. But it's her hand and Breonna Turner and Brent Stewart.
Think her hand, you think because the way if I'm not mistaken, the way they got this Unrivaled set up is for them to get they said this is the Unrivaled thing. Now you can look this up on their thing. They said that on their Instagram, they said that they have the biggest amount of rest between Unrivaled ending and a season starting than any other league. So you saying that you don't think that by the time the league start, she won't be fully healthy?
Because she's still playing. They're still playing 40 games, but she did say they're going to give her time away. So I think she's still trying to heal, and she wanted to come still trying to play. And make some money. So I think it's dependent on her health. If she's not 100% come the season, then I don't see them dominating the regular season. I think they're still killing the playoffs
because they're gonna have Satu.
They're not gonna have Satu. They're not getting Satu.
They got Benajelani. That's good enough. Benajelani.
I think Benajelani leaving after free agency. With her contract's up, I think she's leaving. Because I still think about what she said when they put that team together, when they brought in all these players and she got pushed to the bench and her minutes to she went from like 16, 17 points a game to 9. And she was asking like
back this season, shooting on all cylinders and tell them this my team again. Like when
When she asked them, she's like, "Hey, so do I
Mika,
need to?"
Don't let them do it. Tuck your shit, Mika. This your team.
She said, "Hey, when they went to the finals that same year, she said, "Hey, do I need to find somewhere to go? Do I need to find another team?" No. This is before surgery. She was like, "Hey, do I need to find another team because my role has diminished?" And they're like, "No, you're good."
When they lost.
Yeah, when they lost. No, this before. Listen. This is before. This was going through the playoffs, and they came back to it because it happened during the regular season. And they was like, I remember when Benajelani was like, "Hey, do I need to find another team?" And they encouraged her and said, "No, we're going to make sure you get your minutes." And her minutes diminished again this season, past season. That was 2 years ago.
She
and they started bumping her minutes
surgery. She was injured during the last season. Nobody
I'm talking about 2 years ago. I know last season.
2 years.
I'm talking about 2 years ago.
2 years ago, they was shit.
So 2 years.
Let's keep it a stack. They didn't have Breonna Stewart or Courtney Vandersloot or even girl from Connecticut. The Bahamian.
No, I'm saying this when they brought
2
them
years
all.
ago,
2 years ago they did.
They had them
2023
this year.
season. 2023 season. 2023, 2024. When they brought them all
2023
in.
season.
20,
Yes.
yeah. They brought them all in, and that's when she asked, like, hey, my minutes have diminished, my output has diminished. Do I need to find somewhere else to go? That's what she said. When they brought them all in, her minutes went from like 25 a game to like 18 to 16. So I believe that's still in her head. Yes, she was hurt, but she still played her butt off. She was the reason why they was able to advance. And then they cut her minutes again. And then last season she was hurt. Then they cut her minutes again when she came back healthy. I'm just saying she's probably going to look for a bigger role once her contract is up.
I mean, if she don't win a chip, I don't blame her. I put in all this work to rebuild this team. Then you bring in all these stars, and now you want to give me a back row?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what her thought process was.
If they don't win a chip, I do not blame Benajelani. I'm going to be hurt as a Liberty fan.
That's all I'm saying.
I do not blame her for saying,
right,
I'm going to find somewhere else. But as
that's
of
all
now,
I was
she's
saying.
a champion, so she's going to run it back again, and she's going to shoot on all cylinders and force them to say, nah, you're not putting me on the bench no more. This my team.
I don't know. I think they still put on. I think she goes to the bench. I think they bring in a different guard that starts up actual point guard. It's not Sloop. I think because Sloop's too old. So I think they put a young guy to find a younger, maybe Erica Wheeler. I don't know. They put on and they sob like, hey, Sabrina, you do your two guard.
It's funny that you say younger and said Erica Wheeler and said younger. It's funny.
Thank you.
You say younger and say Erica is very funny.
I don't know. I said maybe, I don't know. I said maybe somebody younger or Erica because she could be a cheap, you know what I'm saying, minimum contract. I don't know. That's all I'm just saying. But I think if they're going to do good, even if they go to the finals and don't win, she's gone. Because they're going to put her right back to the bench. And that's exactly why I still want to leave. I'm just throwing a name out there, y'all. I'm just throwing that. Tisha Heidemann.
Player.
Tisha Heidemann.
Healthy?
Tisha Heidemann is perfect point guard. They bring Tisha Heidemann. She's a point and put her on the side of some. Why she was just on Minnesota? She's an unrestricted free agent. You bring in Tisha Heidemann or Sabrina Ionescu.
Tisha Heidemann is not coming to New York.
How you know? You don't know that.
Because we beat the bricks off of them.
With the refs. With the refs.
She got. So why are you coming to New York? If you
was Mikachu, that would be the low budget. Mikachu, that would be the low budget Kevin Durant move, right? Losing the team to come over, that's the low budget Durant move.
Man, you're not finna tell me y'all wouldn't be happy when the Tisha Heidemann. She was that's a point guard. She's an actual. She fast. Yeah, she can shoot from long distance. She's a shooter. She can defend. Yeah. Like she literally be. Actually, I see them grabbing her. I don't know why I'm thinking that name before. Tisha Heidemann.
Jalen Sherrod is already Natisha Heidemann. Jalen Sherrod already.
But she's not ready though. Y'all trying to compete now, right? They're still trying to develop in Jalen Sherrod and Marquisha. So they still developing. Y'all make sure y'all get some what's that underarm athletes unlimited. Y'all go there, keep developing your game, but we trying to win a chip. So y'all go sit at the end of the bench when we blow somebody out, then we bring y'all up. But Natisha Heidemann was just in the finals. You're not gonna tell me y'all not gonna try to talk to her like, hey,
Natisha Heidemann was the reason they was in the finals. Yeah, Natisha Heidemann was the reason they was there.
I'm saying she was there, though, right? She was there, though, right? She was with the Lynx. Hey, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. No, Natisha Heidemann actually played, sir. She actually played. So I see Natisha Heidemann actually, you know what I'm saying, like coming to be a star. I mean, she's not gonna beat you. Hey, distribute the ball. We don't need you to shoot.
I would rather take a Jewel Lloyd since she's on the screen right now because I'm watching Unrivaled.
Nah, you ain't getting Jewel Lloyd. You ain't getting Jewel Lloyd. You ain't getting Jewel. Yeah, she got me. Jewel Lloyd ain't coming. Jewel Lloyd not coming. Well, you can take Natisha Heidemann. That's your great value.
I would take a Jewel Lloyd over Natisha Heidemann.
Hey, Natisha Heidemann is a great value brand, all right? But she'll still work. But you can still distribute the ball between Phoenix, Brianna, and Jonquel. Boom.
Let me ask.
There you go.
Let me ask.
Then we might as well take Courtney Williams because she's more of a point guard than.
But she's not a free agent though.
She's not a free agent. I'm just saying.
Really quick, y'all can get right back into it. I just want to ask a quick question. Let me ask your Liberty fans a question. Wody Mack and Mika, if Drew Lloyd, if for whatever reason y'all worked out a deal to get Drew Lloyd on the team, would y'all prefer her to come off the bench in that 6-woman role, or would y'all want her to start?
I'd want her to start.
Yeah.
I guess she would probably have to start.
Nah, I would. Me personally, I would probably prefer her off the bench simply because of what Mika said earlier about Ionescu not being a pure point, right?
Yeah.
Because you could keep Ionescu at the 2 now. You could bring in a point. Let's just say it's Jalen Sherrod because she's already on your team. Let's say Jalen Sherrod plays your point, and now you have a Drew Lloyd bringing in again. Remember that punch we talk about Kennedy could bring, or that Manu Ginobili for the Spurs could bring. Drew Lloyd could now bring that off the bench, and she don't have to sacrifice her scoring to a Wody Max point because she's coming in a bench unit. She's not coming in a starting unit and taking away from the starters. So I think I would prefer her. If that happened, again, we don't know what's going to happen. We all speculate, and we're going to see how this free agency and things play out. But if she do go to a Liberty, I would want to see her off the bench than in the starting role. Whereas if she came to the Sky, like my team, I would want her to be a starter, right? Because we need what she brings in a starting role. But I think with Liberty, they're so stacked. I think y'all would benefit more from her coming off the bench than starting, only because I got so many other people that needs the ball in that starting role.
Yeah, I've taken everything into consideration. Yeah, how it works. I just a starting caliber, a starting quality player going to the bench. I can see it working. Again, you have to be willing to accept that role, and hopefully you can excel in it because. Again, if you're going up against second unit players and you're not shining, but you're a starter level player, then if the experiment failed, it was a wasted roster spot. But I think she can work there. It's just unfortunately she's looking good and unrivaled right now, but her prior season was very inefficient, and that's what is giving me pause.
Season, no, don't let that.
Don't let that hurt.
She's gonna be back into
absolutely
elite.
So then Stewie had a down season. Let's say that then.
She could have. I'm not saying she's over the hill. That's what a lot of people saying about her. I'm not saying that. I don't know. We not gonna know really until next season, and we gonna see. I haven't said that she's had a down season. I haven't said she's over the hill. I've heard some people say that they think she's on a downward decline. I don't know. We're gonna see. But I haven't said that. I don't because I don't know. Stewie, for somebody who won as much as she's done, I can't really, you don't count certain people out. It's almost like I'm not necessarily. I respect LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I don't count LeBron out. Like LeBron, like even now, I just did I did a top ranking on my last show, and I still got LeBron pegged as a superstar. Whereas I don't got him as the best small forward in the league right now. I got Jason Tatum as the best small forward in the league, and I don't have Jason Tatum as a superstar. And the only reason is because LeBron proved to me that he could go to another level. And if he decides to go to that level, he can. I think Jason Tatum and a lot of other stars in the league and the NBA, it's another level they can't go to that they haven't proven yet. I have to see it. Whereas LeBron already proved that at any point he could go nuclear. So I don't doubt LeBron, right? So it's the same thing with a Stewie. Stewie won so much that I can't. Stewie has to show me where she's at, right? Stewie has to tell me. I can't sit here and be like, nah, Stewie is done, and she come out playing her best basketball next year, right? Like I can't doubt her because of her track record. All right, listen, man. If y'all got some more to say, if not, I'm gonna wrap it up. It's up to y'all. You know, this is a Liberty show. The fans is tuned. I feel like we gave the fans a Liberty fans. Wody Mac and Mika, y'all could speak to it because you know, how do y'all feel about this show for y'all team? Do y'all feel good about it? Do y'all feel like, you know?
I don't
feel like there was enough respect put on their name.
Let's put the respect. Before we end the show, make sure you put that's what we do. Put the respect on their name because the Wody Mac, the Wody Mac that's watching, he's gonna be disappointed in you if you don't correct that. You get what I'm saying? So make the fans proud.
I ain't never seen a champion be so disrespectful.
Because it was gifted. It was gifted.
Listen, I'm the one that was highest on the team on the show. I'm the one that said they can repeat. I think they're gonna have the best
about
record
social
in the
media.
league.
I'm talking about social media.
Okay,
social media wise, it's people don't even have it like it's not even an option for them. Or they going back saying, the Aces up. Yeah, as good as they are, they can potentially be in disarray as well. Kelsey Plum don't want to be there. Chelsea Gray is older, and you relying on Asian now to carry it. While yet we got. And then we still don't know everybody all this movement gonna be, but the champs is here still.
The champs is here. Talk about
it. Still together. Why are we not considering them potential repeats?
Brooklyn up is starting the team.
Only one I would respect is if they said the Lynx because Fee really just like that.
Yeah.
Other than that,
I think the Lynx
put some respect on their name.
That's a fact. I agree with everything Wody Mac just said. Absolutely. Mika,
I'm
you want to put some?
that.
You want to add on to what he's saying, Mika?
Yeah, go ahead, Mika.
Because it's gonna be a Mika watching that's gonna be disappointed if you don't.
We need to do this again.
No, I'm gonna do this. Again. We are. I'm doing this for every team in the league, so we definitely gonna be up there talking about.
Hey, before she talked, I thought because I've been to New York and everything, but they didn't. Or was that New Jersey? My apologies. That was Jersey for Dix, but. Hearing y'all talk, it's still hilarious that when they portray y'all in movies, y'all literally talk like that. Hold on, you thought you was just conducive to the way you was moving? Hold on, son.
Yo, Nick, you want to hear something serious? You want to hear something funny? Mika was using words. I'm like, yeah, I say that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was like, she sound like Brooklyn. I was thinking the same thing. Why she sound like Brooklyn? I'm talking to the female Brooklyn. Like, talk about it. Let's keep it a stack. Let's keep it a stack. I was like, Jesus, there's another Brooklyn up in here. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Mika, you from BK too?
Brooklyn all day to the casket drop.
See, I know it.
Lord, yo, why she sound like Fox though? Why she sound like Fox right now? I ain't gonna hold you. Remember? She sound like Fox Boogie right now.
I don't know.
Foxy Brown.
Oh, Foxy. Okay.
Foxy Brown. Yeah,
Fox. I'm like, yo, who?
A lot of hip hop influence. Yeah. Foxy Brown, Lil Kim.
Gosh, I can't get that out of my head now.
It sound like you was about to spit a hot 16 though.
I thought so too. I literally thought she was trying to start spitting. I thought she was trying to start spitting.
I swear I was hearing that Brooklyn song. Oh yo, I was hearing that song.
Oh Lord.
That's funny.
All right, go ahead, Mika. My bad. Go ahead.
Nah.
Keep it a stack.
All day. People just love to hate on New York, but to be honest, if they got the same squad, they could run that back. They got a squad that they got some fight in them.
Yeah.
Like Kayla Thornton type player come back. Of course. It's Brooklyn Liberty. Sorry that they left MSG. Got another story for that. But it's Liberty all day. The only team I could see, the Lynx do have a nice squad. I'm happy that they got a little bit flustered, but the only team I see competing is the Aces if they healthy. It's Liberty and Aces again until the Lynx prove otherwise. And it's definitely a chip. That's how I see it. And I think my girl freaking I'm mad about Kayla Thornton still, but I think my girl, Benajelani Hamilton, I think she comes back and she'll improve. That's it.
That's all.
knew he gonna find it.
This what it is. Yo, this is exactly how you sound, me. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, exactly how you sound.
That's enough. That's enough.
Yo,
Most
it gave
Oh
me Fox
yeah.
book. It gave me Fox book vibes as soon as you said all day. I was
that was
like,
a good.
oh,
You know what? I didn't even hear it till you said it though, Wody. That's a good. She got her voice comp is Foxy Brown. That's crazy.
yeah, like yo, I swear, Mika, you could have been, you could have been on that. You could have been on the mic dropping lyrics. I ain't gonna hold you. You probably missed your calling, yo.
Yo, funny.
Stupid.
Yo, Mode 3, you got any last remarks?
Nah.
Yo, listen, everybody, this is a great show tonight. Mika, you definitely welcome on my panel anytime, so don't make this the last time you show up. You know what I'm saying? Nate, you already know you family. Mo 3, Wody Mac, come back anytime. I'm gonna be doing this for every team in the league. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna talk about. I wanted to give the champs they just do because, like Wody Mac said, nobody is talking about the champs. Everybody just kind of like, oh, they won it. Now let's forget about it. So I say, know what? Let's do a show about the champs and let's really talk about what they can do. And each show is gonna be talking about each team and where they at and what they need to do. Whether it's just making the playoffs, whether it's getting better, whether it's contending, whatever it is. So I appreciate you guys for coming on my panel. I appreciate you guys. Pause. I appreciate you, everybody that was in the chat that showed me support. I appreciate everybody that watched me, even if you didn't chime in. If you just listened to the conversation, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody who hit that like button, right? And I appreciate everybody subscribe. Listen, holla at me in the comments. I'll talk back. Tell me what you think about the Liberty. Tell me your thoughts on if they can repeat, if they can't repeat. All the topics we talked about, what they should do with the 7th pick, what they should do in free agency, so they stand packed, make changes. Holla at me in the comments. Tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? And follow everybody that's on the panel if they got something. If any of you guys, Nate, I don't know if your show is up and running, but you could plug your show. Wody Mac, plug your show. Mika, I don't know if you got something, but you could plug it. Same thing with you, Mo 3.
Oh, yeah, it'll be in my opinion. I'm a DM you so you can help me set that up. Finish setting that up. I love to have Mika on when I get my, you know what I'm saying, get a New York perspective besides yours. Get a female New York perspective.
Definitely,
You know what I'm
Mika.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying, son?
Pull up, Mika. Join the family.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
pull up. Yeah, pull up. In Chicago, we say keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Y'all say keep it a stack.
She know her stuff, right? That's what I always like to point out from the women that do join the panel. She knows what she's talking about, and I respect that.
Yeah, I looked up her contract. She's gonna be a free agent after this year. So yeah, she gone. We'll take her in Chicago. We'll take her in Chicago.
Nah, please, no.
185 for this year. Oh yeah, yeah. We would pay her more than that. Her contract ain't after this season.
So I'll jump up off here with you. I would try to watch a little bit of this Unraveling, and I'm gonna go try. I hate the word try, but I'm working on this little beat. It's got a boom bappage type feel to it. Like I said, like that Sound of the Police type of inspired by KRS-One. If I do finish it, I'll upload it to that one. You see Wody on the track. You see, you'll see. I'm just keep in mind. I'm new to it and I'm learning and I'm growing. About a year in now, and I'm seeing the growth, seeing the progression. You know what I mean? I'm really digging the last like 2 or 3 that I did. You know what I mean? Especially that last one. And this next one I think is gonna be pretty high too. You know,
listen, if you want somebody, if you want to hear a voice, send me. Listen, I rap for real. No, like not to sound. I don't really talk about it, but not to sound cocky. I'm like that's what I do for real. Like I'm, in my opinion, I'm one of the nicest niggas. Spitting.
I can hear it. Well, I would say I can hear the cadence, and emotion you could potentially put on something.
Everybody be telling me my voice is whatever, so that's what I do for real. So if you just need somebody, if you like y'all want to hear how somebody sound, send me something. I you know what I mean, I'll make a song for you.
I would love to see that because I'm really making it to see what artists would do on it. I know I'm probably gonna have to deal with some of the underground, but hell, sometimes some underground tracks be bopping. Like somebody get on it, really spit flame, and the beat is hot. I mean, we had Purple City Bird Gang, right? Like, what was that? We knew about that. All right, yo.
All right, so I'm gonna end it off like this.